All right, co-host, before we start, got to talk about something very important.
Let's talk.
All right, I got to let people know that Spill.com tickets are going to be on sale this week.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's about time.
I know. People are saying, you've been waiting how long?
That show's tomorrow.
No, the show is June 25th to the 27th. We have our music confirmed. We have Del, the funky Homo sapien, playing our main party. We got DJ Maceo from De La Soul spinning a little set for us.
That's right.
We have Rod Digger playing on Friday night. Plus we have some other DJs like Knots and E Swift and Harry Chronic Jr. coming in. All these guys are coming in and just spinning records while people just like have a good time.
DJ extravaganza.
We will also have our video going up soon for the Spill.com Film Festival.
All right.
To let people know that what the details are. Let people know that.
I was like, what? Let people know that we're not ones to be fucked with?
Yeah. To let people know what the details are of the film festival, the rules when the films are due, which I can tell you right now. Just make a 5-minute film or less about the Spill crew, Spill itself. And you can do it with anything. Sock puppets, toys,
that's right.
People.
Yeah,
animals. You can do anything.
Yeah.
Just make it about the Spill crew.
Not your tube socks that you use during playtime.
Hey, if it's good, you can use that. Use underwear, whatever.
Yeah.
And those films are going to be due on June 20th.
Okay.
And I got it to where people can mail their stuff in. And that address is Spill.com Film Festival, P.O. Box 42196, Austin, Texas 78704. Again, that's Spill.com Film Festival, P.O. Box 42196, Austin, Texas 78704. However, I'm trying to set it up to where you can submit your films over the internet, digitally.
Okay.
But if your films are too big and you want to send a hard copy, send them to that address.
P.O. Box 90210.
Yeah.
All right.
As far as the festival goes, we're going to have our opening night meet and greet with the people, our opening night party. We're going to have our big party on Saturday along with the Spill.com Film Festival.
Yep.
Have a big celebration that night. And then on Sunday.
Celebration, bitches.
Celebration. And then on Sunday, we're going to have our cocktail party, just kind of a closing party for everybody to be a little more mellow. Cocktail. I use that word cocktail. It's just a little slower pace for people to hang out and have a good time. And I think tickets hopefully will be up. They're going to be sold through Front Gate Tickets this week, and they're going to be going for $35 a piece.
All right.
So for a whole weekend of stuff, that's not so bad. I think we'll even have some events sponsored with some drinks and food.
All right.
So look for that.
Some water and some potato chips.
All that pretzels.
Stale potato chips.
No, man.
I'll be bringing that to the party.
No.
That's my contribution.
No. At least a month old.
Enjoy.
Yeah. So let's get on with the show.
Yes.
I'm going to take you back, co-host.
Oh, shit. Where you taking me back?
Man, you know what?
Back to the auto part place?
I need to.
Fucking return all that shit you put into me that's not working?
I would, but I don't think they'd take you back. Much
Like
trouble as you gave them last time.
Yeah.
No charge. Take this little motherfucker back. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Good.
Had him in a box and everything. He wouldn't shut up all night long.
That's what I call a vacation.
All with that jibber jabber.
You gotta find a job scrubbing the toilets over there. Something other than this.
You'd actually scrub toilets. You'd prefer to scrub toilets than talking to me.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I just wanted, that's an honest answer. I respect that.
It gives me some nice peaceful time to think about the future.
Well, speaking of the future, now when I say I'm going to take you, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Speaking of the future, we're going to talk about the past. Nah, that's a stretch right there. But yeah, I'm going to take.
I'm still laughing, Corey. I get paid to laugh, so I'll keep.
I know. Keep on laughing, man. That's what you're here for. That's why I took you to the shop. Fix his laugh mode. He ain't laughing enough. I was like, sound like somebody threw you off a cliff.
Gotta send our other member in there.
Oh, Carlisle fix his laugh mode. I know. Every now and then he'll just get quiet. He just conk him on the back of the head. Laugh, goddammit.
I think he actually is scrubbing toilets while he's talking to you on Skype. He's doing them chores.
Sorry, I was cleaning up some skid marks.
Yeah.
But no, man. I was looking at what we had to talk about today.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff, a lot of it I was looking at can be traced, if it's not from the 80s, it can be traced in some form or another back to the 80s.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, you're right about that.
There's a couple of things here, but even those couple of things, if we really want to push it, They can go back to the 80s.
Yeah, we could. We'd find some stupid way to do like 6 degrees of 80s.
We'll do like 50 degrees of 80s.
Yeah.
We're just going through everything to try to connect it back.
It'll get really silly in here. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's. I was just looking at what we're talking about. See, we might as well go ahead and tell people what we're talking about today. Oh, by the way, let's do this.
Yes, it's been a while. We didn't have a show last week because shit got crazy.
It got crazy. I was out of town, but a lot of people think because I was out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Let me tell people what's happening on the show today. A lot of this stuff, you recommended a video about some commercial, and then I started thinking, man, there were a lot of these types of commercials back in the 80s, and we just started looking them up.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna go through them all.
Well, no, yeah, of course we have to. Well, the thing is, I caught that because I saw article about like the lost commercials of. We'll tell you what.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
We'll keep you in suspense.
Exactly.
But I
you showed me that one commercial. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, and it's a commercial I'd never seen. You said we talked about it, which I think we have talked about this before. But now we actually have the commercials to really like drive it home.
And I'm trying to think. I did talk about this before, but I'm trying to think. Have I seen the commercial or? And you know what? Maybe that commercial is not the 80s. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's like early 90s.
No,
we'll talk about it.
No, you're right. Yeah, it maybe is, but
the whole thing that's funny.
It should have been the 80s.
I know. Looking at that commercial,
yeah.
I mean, it's funny. The thing that kicked off this whole 80s talk is something that's not from the 80s. But we'll talk about that in a little while. And then we have some movies that are going to be sequels / prequels to some films from the 80s.
Right.
We have some remakes of films from the 80s, of some films that I was looking forward to that I just saw the trailer for because you showed it to me.
Yeah,
I was like,
it finally came out today.
Yeah,
I'm fucking excited.
I am too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what trailer we talking about? You're going to have to sit your ass down and wait, people.
Right.
And then we were going through some stories, and now there's some stories that aren't really related to the 80s on this theme, but they're funny.
Yeah, they are.
There's a book that came out. What is it, today?
Yeah. No, wait. I think it's either coming out the 3rd or the 4th of May.
3rd or the 4th of May. Okay, so this book is getting ready to come out, and I want to talk about this because they highlight an actor in this book who's known for being angry and on the set.
Fucking crazy?
Fucking crazy. And I'm just wondering.
And we're not talking about who you think we're talking about.
And that's what I want to talk about. It's like, how come this guy caught a bunch of slack for one thing, and this other guy goes. I mean,
we'll talk about it. I'm glad because that's why I brought it up because I wanted to talk about that. I need to defend my boy.
Okay, right? Yeah. And I've always defended, as you say, your boy. I've always kind of defended him, but it's like now I'm even more on his side because I was like, oh man, let me just wait. Let me just wait because I'm about to talk about it now. I can't hold it inside.
Fuck our intro. Let's just talk.
Now, there's what else do we have? Let me look at what we have. Oh, we have a rap from the 80s too. Something I've been wanting to talk about, and a member found it for me.
Nice.
We got some email coming up from people that they want some questions answered about. Not only email where they're asking us questions, but they want to get answers from anybody out there. There's one guy who's he's trying hard to find an answer for something. Yeah. And I read his question, and I was like, damn, I wonder what that is too. I want to know too. So I need your help. You might know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm curious who he's asking. I mean, was he asking like different news medias? Answer this question, anybody.
Inquisitiveness.
He's asking that magic 8-ball, getting the same stupid answer. Like,
so what movie was that? Yes. No, that's not what I want. Maybe.
Right, maybe. Everything's maybe. No, goddamn it. It's a stupid blue toilet water that's fucking it up.
I'm in a magic 8-ball, another product of the 80s. Yeah. You ought to turn that shit over. Sometimes you'd I would take that shit seriously too. Like I come in and turn over and be like, does Cassandra like me at school? I'd turn that shit over. I'd be like, oh, I don't want to know. I will look at the answer. And then it does tell me that one answer be like, of course. And then I go to school, Cassandra, I want to take you to the prom. Get the fuck off me. But the magic 8-ball.
I know. That magic 8-ball, the cool thing about it is like, the first 5 times you're not going to get the answer you want, but eventually you will.
You just keep turning it over.
And for some reason, like, everything's that much better when you finally get that fucking answer. Like, will people finally like me? Will I ever stop being ugly?
You shake this.
And you shake.
And it keeps saying no,
maybe, no. Fuck.
It'd be fun if you turn it over and that 8-ball said, my answer's not going to change.
No, the answer's like, fuck you. Put me down, asshole. eyeball.
It actually says, yes, you are ugly forever. All right, get the fuck off me.
I don't even want to be your friend. No, that's not it.
And you stink.
Try to get your money back.
This 8-ball is fucked up. It keeps fucking with me. Ain't that a fucking Twilight Zone episode right there?
Oh, yeah.
The one that just keeps telling you the answer. It's brutally honest. No matter how many times you turn it over, it just keeps reaffirming its answer.
Then it's going to tell you when the exact date you're going to die and how, and then it starts laughing. All you get is LOL.
It says, you say when, and it says, look up. And you look up, piano falls on your ass. Bang. But, man, last week I apologized to everyone, including you. I wanted to do a Let's Do This. I had went to Coachella, and everybody knows that by now. I won't even go into details. But I thought I was coming back on a Tuesday.
Right.
And for some reason, I don't know why I did this. I think because the flight was cheaper and I didn't even think about doing it. I just said, okay.
Yeah.
And I ended up coming back on a Wednesday. And when I came back that Wednesday, there's so many things happening, people, on the site or with the site, around the site.
Right.
There's going to be a whole new look to everything. You'll get a preview of it in something.
A streamlined, updating, updated version of
facelift, I think is what they call
of you guys.
Hollywood. Yeah. And so things are going to look a little bit different coming soon. I wanted to reveal it at the Spill Festival, but I think people might get like a glimpse of it in something, a special ad campaign that we have going on. Mm-hmm. So we were working on that. We were working on the ad campaign that I'm talking about.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There's a Spill Festival coming up, and that is balls to the walls right now. I mean,
bet.
it is like it this week. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But anyway,
I was going to ask you if you had any like updated news.
I will. I do. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Remind me to tell you. But at Coachella, it was and people think like, oh, you went on vacation. Now, people think two things. They're like, oh, man, you always complain about how busy you are, and you went to Coachella on a vacation. Or some people say, like, you know what? Good. You do a lot of shit. You deserve a vacation. Let me tell you something. I took a vacation. So those people say I should take a vacation. I did it. All right? So be quiet. Now, for those people say you need to keep working, I worked on vacation. Okay? It really wasn't even a vacation. I wanted to go see a band, so I went. And it just so happens it was like I had to stay the whole weekend.
You got people like me who just didn't give a shit.
You didn't give a shit.
Corey's life. Ain't my problem.
Hey, whatever you do. Hey,
he does what he wants. He's a grown-ass man.
But I went and I worked. I pretty much worked all weekend. Now, it was cool because it was like we were at a resort. When I say resort, don't think people are with all big money Corey there. You know,
Mr. High Roller.
Yeah, sitting up there with a cigar, drawing pictures.
Big Daddy Junior,
wiping my ass, and then setting on fire and light my cigar with it. You know, with $100 bills. No, it was. We were at a resort and it was nice, and it was 5 people splitting the room. It was like my friend Kevin and a bunch of people that he knew and worked with. Kevin is an agent at William Morris, or he's an agent in training, and he's in a music tract. He's in the music department, so he goes to Coachella and all these other music festivals because for him that's work. Yeah. Even though he loves that shit, you know, he says it's a job, but he loves doing that kind of shit. Yeah. But so he got all these tickets. I didn't get any tickets. I only had they could only get me a ticket for one day, which was fine because I wanted to go that one day. Yeah. And I wanted to see Jay-Z. But so it was him, 2 guy friends, and 2 girls that stayed with us. Yeah. Before anybody says anything, nothing happened with these girls. All right.
You didn't play patty cake with them?
No.
You guys didn't play dress up and drink tea?
It was funny because
you did?
I probably even shouldn't tell this story because these 2 girls, very young, and one of them was real nice. One of them she just talked too fucking much.
Right. What girl doesn't?
I know, but this one more than usual. You know, more than the average girl that talks too fucking much. Okay. And the other girl,
a lot of guys like that.
Was just kind of she had a boyfriend, but she was a big flirt, and any guy with sense would know better than to fall for that shit.
Right.
and there was some of Kevin's friends there, and this guy kind of got a little tipsy, and had been hanging around that one girl, and started getting like a little attracted to her.
You okay?
and I even told him, I said, man,
what, you got an erection?
Yeah, I think so. That little,
everyone can see.
Underwear, yeah, he can't.
That's not for me, is it?
That dude came over because I was in the room, and those girls came back, and I think they were like, I don't know, they were doing something. I wasn't paying. I was working, just fucking around. Or they were out somewhere. I think they were out getting margaritas anyway. But the guy came up and he's like, "Hey man, y'all ain't gonna hang out?" he like the Unabomber. He had a hood on and shit. Cause he knocked on the door. I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh. And while he's talking to me, he was looking in the room. Like, what's in the room?
Scoping out the place.
So he's talking to me, but looking around and shit like he's on crack or something.
Like a fucking snake with sunglasses with a hoodie on.
Yeah.
Where are the girls at?
But that's what he was doing. Yeah. Do that again, how's that?
Yes. His tongue out.
It might as well have been.
I can smell him in
here. But yeah, he was looking at me. He's like, yeah, so y'all ain't gonna hang out? And he's looking behind me and shit. And I was like, nah, man, I got some work to do. And Kevin, I don't know where Kevin is. And he's like, oh yeah, well, y'all should come in. Like, where the girls at? And I said, man, look, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spell it out to him. Right. I just said, because I don't want to think I was like fronting a cock block or anything. Like, exactly. I just said, man, I know what you coming over here looking for. You don't want to deal with that. Trust me. You don't want to deal with
I already tried.
Yeah. Well, he didn't listen.
Of course not. When do they ever?
Girl went out there. Now, this is the kind of shit that gets me, man. Because I knew this was going to happen to this dude.
Yeah.
Because, I already told the girl the moment I saw her. I was fucking with her the moment I saw her. Like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to deal with you. We were hanging around and having fun, but I talked trash to her the whole time because I was like, you're young and you're stupid. I told her that. She was like,
what?
You're stupid.
Yeah, like, you've never been young and stupid?
But I'm not anymore.
Same shit? Oh, no, of course. Mr. Coleman's changed. Yeah, I'm a changed man.
I'm old and wise.
How dare you act like that?
Let me tell you something, young lady.
How dare you want to get attention from other people?
Come sit on your Uncle Corey's lap and let me tell you about the good old. Let me tell you about the 80s.
Yeah. It's all right, old man.
I want to tell you about the cereal commercials from back in the day. All that cereal.
I'm gonna drink beer and have fun. The whole reason why I'm here.
No. We was cool. I was hanging around them. They were actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I guess I was fucking with it. But when she tried that flirty shit, I was like, look, you young and stupid. This shit. All right? You don't.
Your Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
Your vagina mind tricks do not work on me.
She shows your breast. Okay, they work now.
What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want me to do? You need a beer?
Bye. I'm like those Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. By your command. But no, so that dude went out there and the girls went out.
Yeah.
So hanging out the hot tub with these guys and that one guy. Now I didn't see it, but Kevin came back and told me. He's like, and the girl even told me. That dude was like hanging out with her, and he was telling Kevin while the girl was like away. Sometimes like, man, she's awesome. I really like her, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think even Kevin was just kind of like, man, not to like be, Mr. Spoiler up there,
right?
Man, don't mess with that. Come back, that girl's all up on him, arm in arm. She's practically in her lap. She's almost got the pants down.
Boy,
almost got her mouth to his crotch.
Pays to be persistent.
And because when he went in to kiss her, I mean, going in after all this touching and hugging and everything, went in to kiss her, and she's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, I have a boyfriend. That motherfucker's face was like, he said, Kevin's that dude's face was like, that song on The Price is Right when somebody loses?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom,
yeah.
I think that dude's face almost melted off with that sound. Jaw just dropped. And he even came in the next day and it's like, nobody fucking told me, man. Everybody's like, we tried to fucking tell you. Even the girl was there and he's like, man, fucking for 3 fucking hours, man. I'm sitting up there with that girl. Nobody says a fucking word.
No shit.
Like, man, I tried to tell you, you dumbass. Man, come on. It's funny too because the girls were cute.
Yeah.
But they were right. But whatever. You're hanging out. Like I said, I didn't.
Time to move on.
I didn't. And they were messing with me the whole time. Like, you just work. I was in front of that computer. I was like, damn, you sound like my fucking cousin. I'm trying to make some of my life. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you're ruining my high.
I'm like, I'm in the room. Y'all at the concert outside getting drunk and all kind of shit.
I know.
Let me do my. I'm not bothering a fucking person. All right.
I can see how that can be annoying. It's like, what's up with that guy in the computer? What's wrong with him?
It was kind of like that.
Is he not having a good time? Like, do we suck?
And I went out, I did everything. I played beer pong, hung out, got drunk, all that shit. The moment I sit down and work, everybody's like, what are you, some kind of fucking freak?
What's wrong with you?
Man, leave me alone.
Fucking up my buzz over there. What are you on Facebook?
But it's, what's so funny though? Here's the deal, man. When you got to share a room with girls, like I don't care how cute that girl is. I mean, you could be sharing a room with goddamn Holly Berry or Halle Berry, how the fuck you say it? Haley Berry.
Say it however you want, Corey.
Yeah, Megan Fox. I like her name.
There you go.
Yeah, you're hanging out with Rihanna, anybody.
Yeah.
And at some point, that girl's gonna have to take a shit.
Oh yeah.
and I remember I saw this is the funny thing. It was two girls. One was a brunette and one was blonde. I saw that little blonde get up and go to the bathroom. And I didn't think about it. When you think about girls going to the bathroom and staying a long time, you think they're doing their makeup,
right?
All that kind of shit. She came out, and then Kevin went in there, and Kevin from inside the bathroom, he's like, "Damn, girl, you take a shit." And she was like,
nice.
And she looked over, she's like, "Matey," and didn't care.
That is a yes.
Because she was watching the video with me. She came down and sat back next to me, like, didn't even give a fuck. And I was just kind of like, "Did you wash your hands?"
Yeah.
I mean, because she sat down like we were best friends, like on me, with her hand in my lap and shit. I was like, "Did you fucking wash your hands?"
No, you should have said, "What's that smell?" Somebody not wipe their ass right?
She still got
just look at everyone else but her.
She still got toilet paper on her fingers.
Yeah.
What you say? Look at everybody but her.
Somebody smells like they stepped in shit.
Somebody smell like they've been sculpting with shit.
Somebody's been eating a shit sandwich in this room.
Anybody? Anybody?
No, that as far as the girls, that's always something you think about, especially when they enter that room. That's like, for some reason, that should be like the forbidden zone for any girl when you're staying in a room, because you're like, oh no. That's the first thing you say is, oh no. Please tell me you're washing your hair.
I know.
And then you just hear, boom. Which I did hear one time when I was at a wedding. Oh God, I feel awful telling the story too. But a real near and dear friend of mine. We were all drunk already. There's like there was like about one of those like parties where it's like 8 people to a fucking room. And
yeah.
You look like the clowns in the clown car, all dead. so we're laying there. And I'm actually sleeping next to the girl. She gets up. She goes to the bathroom. It's pitch black. All you see is the light coming from underneath the door. And then all of a sudden, a buddy of mine comes running in like drunk as shit, and he jumps over me, jumps on the bed, like, "What's up, motherfucker?" And he jumps, and like people are telling him to shut up in the room. And all of a sudden, it's just dead quiet for a brief second. And all of a sudden, you hear,
what, the girl like farting in the bathroom?
It was the girl in the bathroom, and all you heard was and I'm the only one with my eyes open, and I can see my buddy, and we're both looking at each other, and they're like, his mouth like just opens up like it's hitting the floor, and we just started going trying to be as quiet as possible, like we're laughing in our pillows so goddamn hard, like yeah. Like when they like in school when they would tell you to stop laughing, and everybody was like, exactly. Yeah, we just didn't want to know, but we were like,
I'm sorry, that shit is funny to me, man.
No, and I'm that guy who laughs at any kind of remote sound sounding like a fart. Yeah, I will laugh till the fucking end of time because I think that shit is hilarious.
There was a movie. Now, somebody, as far as fart jokes go, I'm not a big fan of fart jokes, as you know, but if it's done well, I think it's hilarious.
In the movies, no, they can get it either right, but in real life, no. I mean,
on real life, it's hilarious. But I was gonna say, like, there's a couple of movies. I already mentioned one. One was that movie Bring It On. With Kirsten Dunst, when Kirsten Dunst's little brother comes in, he's like, "I have something to tell you," and she's on the phone. She's like, "Get away from me!" But really, I have something to tell you. Seriously, what? And he lifts his leg up on that table. She's like, "Oh, get the fuck away from me!"
That was badass.
I love that, man. But then there's another. It's just, and this other fart joke is just childish, but it reminds me of what you're saying. It's Detroit Rock City.
Oh God.
Do you remember, like, they were hiding? Now, it's the dumbest scene because they're hiding in the girl's bathroom. Then the stall next to the girl, and they're talking loud, and the sound is echoing all around the bathroom, and the girl can't hear them for some reason. I mean, you can't hear these guys in the next fucking stall talking. But anyway, forget that. It's a movie, whatever. All I know is, like, the girl, you think the girl's going to sit down and take a piss, and she pulls her pants down, and she sits down, you hear, and all those guys start laughing because the girl was small and she was kind of hiding. And they showed her when she did that too. She was just looking straight ahead.
Oh, wait, are you sure you're not talking about Because what that scene reminds me of is of Not Another Teen Movie.
No, Detroit Rock City, where the guys are trying to go see Kiss.
Right. No, but there's a scene in Not Another Teen Movie where three guys, they crawl into the air duct of this because they notice this hot girl is going into the girls' I guess the locker room or shower, and so they're all like crawling in there, like waiting to see a show, like they're all like super excited, and then they notice a girl come in, she sits down in the bathroom, and then she starts farting and shitting like crazy, and the guys who are all like excited, like, oh, this is the hottest girl ever, and they're hearing all these sounds, and they're looking at each other like, oh fuck, they're looking at each other like the biggest disgusting faces ever, and then I think what happens is they come crashing down into the stall, and they're like, oh fuck, get me out of here, let's get out of here, and then all of a sudden the ceiling collapses. Priceless.
There's something. And I'm not a pervert. I don't go on fart sites on the internet or anything. But there is something about a cute small girl who's going there and just shitting her ass off, and making sounds. There's something funny about that to me. You hear this noise come out this little girl. It's like stuff you never expect.
Oh, not at all. There's something funny about it and very deeply disturbing too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Like, no, you're not supposed to do.
Because it's ruining that image.
To do that.
Exactly.
No, never. It's almost like Megan Fox's thumbs. Like it's just a big turn off, and you don't want anything to do with it.
It's not supposed to be like this.
No.
But there are guys out there who've been living with girls for years, or are married, and they're like, man, look, girls take shits. You used to. I've dated girls for like a certain period of time, and it got to the point where they would tell me, like, they would call me up, and they would be like, I remember I went out with one girl, and I was telling her, I was like, yeah, girls not supposed to shit. I was making a joke. Yeah, you're supposed to shit. Girls shitting for. And she's like, well, I'm talking to you right now, and I'm sitting on the toilet taking a shit. And I was just like,
did you scream? Ah!
It's like the end of a horror movie. Yeah. No. Just a freeze frame with my mouth open. Dun, 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 dun.
You look like Tom Atkins from Halloween 3. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Nah, man. Wow. I was just like, hey, you know what? Ain't gonna stop me from having sex when I see you again. What am I gonna say?
Yeah,
So.
I've been lucky with that. Look, I never dated anyone who's like, just decided, hey, I'm just gonna start farting around with you like a guy. Which I do have a female friend that does that, and it still bothers me because we're just hanging around and she'll just go, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, what? What's the big deal? You do it, and I'm like, no, I don't. Not around you, I don't.
I don't know, man. As years go by, I've just gotten used to it now. It's just like
I don't ever want to get used to it.
You will, trust me, at some point, because you know what? It's not about getting used to it.
Right.
You know what happens. You can only hide that illusion for so long, and then one day you just wake up and you're like, girls farting shit. I accept it. Yeah. I've been beaten down. I mean, I don't want them to do it like all the time around me, like, 'cause I don't do that to people. I'm around picking my ass up to people's face and like, So, but one slips out, or if they're in the bathroom and something. Look, what am I supposed to say? Yeah. It's like, all right, you know what? It happens.
It does.
Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately,
you could. It makes you exhausted to try to hold on to that fantasy.
Yeah, I know. And when that fantasy is destroyed, you want to fucking taser the shit out of that girl for doing that.
To the first one that did it. Well,
how
brother,
could you do that to me?
If it wasn't her, it was gonna be something else. Someone else. But wow. Man, what's this movie I'm trying to find here? Sorry, I was trying to find something I knew I'd skipped. Anyway, so you want to know about, before we get into the show, let me tell people, excuse me.
What's going on with the Spill.com?
Yeah, so, well, you know what? I'll save that. Let's get the show going. Because you know what? We gave people a good intro there. It's not one of those hour and a half long intros. It was decent. This one's a good 25, 30 minutes.
Good running time there. Yeah.
So yeah,
plenty of time to
let you know
what's
on the show. Got you prepared for the bodily functions of women. For all you kids out there who have this dream that they don't.
Oh, kids.
Prepare yourself.
The kids are lucky. They got the internet today, so they can learn that on their own.
Oh man, you know what? See, we didn't come up with 2 girls, 1 cup. See, all these kids see that now. They're used to it. It's nothing to them now.
Yeah, they're like,
we're the ones who are just kind of like, oh no.
But farting bothers you guys? wait till you see this shit. Literally.
But yeah, man, no, the kids, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
We're old.
Yeah. So we're old kids.
We come from a decent time.
Exactly. Back in the day when ladies did not fart.
Yeah, when ladies were ladies. Yeah.
They didn't even have anuses back then.
No
those
shit.
chicks. When did they get those?
They look like mannequins.
They were all smooth.
Yeah, smooth and beautiful.
Oh, porcelain.
Except with that beautiful hold.
The one on top of their head. No, so yeah, we got you prepared. But what are you talking about prepared? Y'all know, got us prepared.
I know.
Told you about the 80s, the stuff that's coming. I mean, all kind of good shit. God damn.
A bit of 90s,
got you, man. The bullshit train is ready.
It is ready for what do trains do? They don't take off.
I know. I was wondering what you're gonna say.
They get their train on.
Ready I thought you said this train is ready to blast off.
Well, wait, no. This train is ready to blast off because you know what other train blasts off all the time?
What?
The Soul Train.
Oh, you remember that? The Soul Train?
How can I?
Something else from the 80s.
That's how I learned all my dance moves. How do you think of course I know what that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the beginning, the intro.
With that train.
That animated train, that like graffiti ghettoized train that was like grooving.
That train would be moving and you hear that those girls saying,
yeah.
It's the Soul.
And then that shit would fly off the track into outer space.
That's why I used to watch the entrance of the beginning of Soul Train because that train, the train itself, I just thought that was it was a cartoon train,
right?
And it was like Saturday mornings. That was like the last bit of animation that you could see before Saturday morning cartoons ended completely. I used to wait for that train coming up dancing. I was like, damn, that's badass.
I remember when the first time I noticed it was because I was fooled. I was like, oh, this must be some kind of new kick-ass cartoon show about a transforming train. And
then all these black people came on dancing.
Like, what is this?
Where all these Negroes come from? Well, they were all in that
train. Especially Don Cornelius and his scary ass voice. Hello.
Yeah, Don Cornelius. Hey, welcome to Soul Train. I'm Don Cornelius.
He always looked like he's about to beat somebody's ass. I'm like, I don't know what happened, but man, that guy looks pissed.
Yeah, kids, they stopped the Soul Train back in the 90s, I think, but they had a show called Soul Train. It was from the 70s, like a lot of times before a lot of people were born, and so show was on. And it came, so the Soul Train would come on, and everything be funky, all these people be dancing, and then you had Don Cornelius who just looked like somebody drugged his ass up or something. Hey, Don, he's just tired.
He looked like the principal from Lean on Me.
Yeah, from Lean.
I'm surprised he wasn't holding a bat. He looked like the fucking school principal hanging out with all these kids, and you're like, what is this old guy hanging out? Jamming?
Come out with a bat. Hey, I'm Don Cornelius, and if you don't dance, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
That's right.
All right, let's get on down for Soul Train countdown. Yeah. Dance, motherfucker! I said dance. Although that's why those people dance, they were scared.
They call you Dance Man. I'm Batman.
You just call me Don Cornelius. Now you can call me Batman. Yeah, Soul Train was kind of the black answer to American Bandstand. Yeah, it had all the white people like the da 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 da. And Soul Train be like.
It had the token white people, but it also had I want to say it had that one token really hot Asian chick.
Oh, you remember that Asian chick?
On camera. She was always on. She was more on camera than the rest of the black cast were.
Yeah, it was all black people, a couple of token white people, and then every week. Oh no, they had two people they concentrated on. That hot ass Asian chick who everybody loved. I think she was even half black. I think she had that long ass hair. Had an ass on her. But then, do you remember the dude in the mask?
Oh,
every week there was a guy in a mask. It was like
so. Yeah.
He was like the masked dancer or something.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
He'd always have like 1 week he'd have an ET mask on, and the next week he'd have fucking
it was
Gremlin's head or something. I don't know.
He looked like there's like the one fucking crazy guy they let off. They brought in from the street. Yeah. He had a collection of masks. Yeah.
I think he dressed up like Batman one week.
One of the musicians from Mr. Bungle fucking was dancing around. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if you were able to find that on YouTube, man. We gotta
which one?
The crazy dancing guy. Yeah,
and we gotta look up the Asian chick too.
Yeah, the Asian chick too. I'm sure you can Wikipedia that shit. Right now. Just type in Asian chick Soul Train, and you'll find her fucking whole life story.
Oh, that chick. Yeah, she must have been hired by them or something, man, because she was fucking hot.
Oh yeah, she was. I mean,
and that dude. It'd be funny if like look up that mask on Wikipedia and it said no one ever discovered who he was.
Yes, a masked dancer.
He just come in and go. He was origins unknown.
Maybe that was Don Cornelius.
It's funny how Don Cornelius and that mascot were never in the same place.
They were never in the same room at the same time. Yeah.
Don Cornelius come out all calm and soldier, and then he put on that mask. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm dancing.
Someone of the guys like fucking just the regular people are dancing around. They're like, "Hey Don, what's the next song?" Like, Don, where'd you go? Hey, it's that mask guy. Yeah.
Don Cornelius put that mask on with his mask. I can be free.
People are dancing. You notice you never see them two in the same room. You know?
Then at night he fights crime and shit. That's why criminals could never they could never second guess him because he had a different mask on every time he fought crime and shit.
Crime fighter / dancer.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man.
Damn, who is it this week?
Yeah, Spider-Man does the same thing.
Man. So, all right, people. Bullshit train. You thought the Soul Train there. We said we're going to start and we weren't. I think we just officially made a 40-minute long intro.
We did. Like, there you go.
Like, no matter what, we're going to do it anyway. All right, people. Gave you a little extra bonus bullshit.
That's right.
The bullshit train is almost leaving us, man. Come on, we better get on board. All right, man.
I'm Urkelized. Are you?
I'm Urkelized, Urkel old, Urkel East, all that kind of shit. If you ready, I'm ready.
I'm fucking ready, Corey.
Oh shit! Oh man, look at this dude. Oh wait a minute, who is that? That's Goatsy with a mask on. Look at him. I couldn't tell who he was at first.
I thought you were Michael Myers.
Funny thing is, Goatsy has on a goat mask. Yeah. I don't know why we couldn't tell who he was. Goatsy's gonna be appearing at the on some of the videos and the parties, man.
That's what I heard. I was hearing rumors about that. Goatsy.
Yeah, Goatsy's showing up to Spill.com, people. Seriously, he's coming.
It ain't Spill.com without fucking Goatsy.
Without Goatsy,
right, you son of a bitch. Yo, hoof, motherfucker.
All right, Goatsy, shit, hurry up, man. We got to play this shit and get on here, all right?
All right, Goatsy's ready.
Let's do this. Oh, shit, Goatsy rockers are hard as mask flung off. He said, fuck it, I don't need a mask to rock out right now. Fuck a mask.
Oh, no, he's fucking it now.
He is fucking the mask.
That's disgusting.
Get out. Get your nasty ass out of here.
Let me get my camera. Hold on.
Always got to do something nasty with things. Coming in here with bullshit.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. I've always liked that.
What do you remember?
I don't remember.
You're about to go into a story.
I don't know.
I remember.
I remember the time when Goatsy did that thing.
Well, hey man, I'm glad you had a good time at Coachella. I have to say I was incredibly jealous that you were going, especially without me, only because I was dying to see Faith No More. But thank God that Coachella actually on their website they broadcasted a lot of the live acts, certain live acts, and Faith No More was one of them. So my buddy came over, told me about it. Fucking, we hooked our computer up to the TV. We fucking rocked the fuck out.
No, really?
I almost had the cops calling us. Yeah, but yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah, Coachella was man. I'm sorry that I missed the first 2 days. First of all, Coachella to go.
Yeah.
Very expensive. I got lucky. I mean, like I said, with 5 of us to a room, had to be because it was just too expensive to stay. Tickets. I was outside. I went for 1 day trying to see if I could go in and see Jay-Z. People were selling tickets along with wristbands for $600.
Oh, fuck.
One guy was going to sell me something for $600. I thought about it for like a second before I said, suck a dick.
No, suck a dick and go fuck yourself.
Yeah, suck not my dick, but find a dick to suck and then take that dick and go fuck yourself with it because no, I'm not paying $600 for this. I got a ticket for free. On Sunday.
Okay.
Like I said, which is where I saw a lot of stuff.
That was the last day of the show.
That was the last day, and I saw some cool stuff. I mean, really, that's the day I wanted to go. It's hard. I'm beyond that point now where I want to spend all day at the festival watching music. I don't want to do that.
It looks crazy. I mean, looking at that sea of people while Faith No More was performing, I can't imagine like being in that crowd for like a 1 day, and you think that festival was like what? 4 days almost?
3.
It was 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I cannot imagine that. I can't imagine doing that to myself.
It's hard, man, because now look, the weather is not as bad as it has been in Texas sometimes for certain festivals. Cause I remember you and I went to Lollapalooza 1 year and then ACL is always fucking hot.
Oh, yeah.
So out at Coachella, it was kind of moderate. It wasn't, but when you get around a lot of people, that body sweat still.
Oh, no. It's a fucking furnace. No, yeah.
And I remember, so for Gorillaz, I got way up front because, that's where I was there to see. And I just looked back to see what it would look like.
Yeah.
And when I say way up front, I was about like 3 rows of people back, which is fine. And
I
looked back and I said, man, if I get sick, or am I dying? If I get diarrhea or anything, I'm screwed.
No, you're fucked.
I'm not getting out of this.
Yeah.
They're going to have to medevac me out of here.
Yeah, they're going to have to fucking chopper you out of there. That's what they're going to have to do.
If there's a zombie outbreak right now.
You're more than fucked.
Yeah, I might as well just kiss my ass goodbye and say, you know what, I'm a zombie now, because I'm not getting out of this.
No, you're going to be torn apart.
You will either be torn apart or trampled to death from people running. Yeah, I mean,
no, and all I thought about too is like the people, like when the cameras were roving around, you saw people who were like fucking, it seemed like miles away from the stage.
Oh,
and all I can imagine is like, I hope those people are back there because they don't give two shits about the act. And if they are, I feel sorry for them because god damn,
they
all
have
that money spent.
Yeah, they got those two monitors, like two big monitors, and some people, they just want to be at the festival. They just want to drink and hang out and camp out. They just, that's all. So you get to see the monitors and whatnot. Mm-hmm. If you want to go up close, like when I went up close, I had to like sit there for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And it's, in a way, it's annoying, but in a way, it's cool. You bond with the people around you and you have fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you can only do that for somebody that you really, really, really want to see because you're gonna miss some other shows.
Oh yeah.
Like for Jay-Z, if I was there that night, I just would have said, "Fuck it, I won't see anything else. I'm gonna camp out here and watch Jay-Z and whatever the show's at this stage because I want to be right up for it."
That's right. Because how many stages were there? There's like what?
There's a lot, man. I mean, there's so many stages going on around there. So it's not like you have to be stuck at one stage. It's like if you don't get up close or if you the benefit of staying back, it's like, okay, I'm watching this set right here. It's cool. Maybe I want to go sample some other music.
Right.
And some other stages are smaller, so you can actually get up closer. And if you want to see it, or you can just stay back because some people don't care about getting up close. I mean, I don't, except for something I really, really want to see.
It's like an ACL, where there's stages all around you.
Yeah, most of the time I just like going and standing in the back because I don't want to get up with those people and just listening to the music and moving on to something else that I want to see.
Yeah. I always like to at least be able to see the people on stage. Yeah, monitor's great, but yeah, if I'm paying money for an act, especially one that, like Faith No More, that I feel like I have to get up fucking in the front row. I mean, I just have to. I don't care. But at the same time, I know there's a good chance I'm probably going to suffer during that time because you also got to think about like where you were, where you're sitting there all day. When the acts come on, it's like a herd of people stampeding towards the front. Yeah. And it's just a wave of people, and you always get caught in that crossfire of like, oh fuck, and then before you realize it, you're already in the back somehow. Because like, how the fuck did this happen? Yeah, I've fucking been here all day. I had my feet planted on the ground, but then that fucking ground moved.
Something happened where it just pushed your ass back.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. And when those people start moving, you see people get picked up and moved by the crowd. There was oh man, I felt so bad for these girls. It was like they looked like they were 14 and just little, and I was just like, my God, you are going to die. I looked at the girl and said, you be careful what you do because you might not live through this.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like that when I go to like death metal shows, all of a sudden shit will get crazy, and you always find like, for some reason, you always find like teenage girls like out of the blue hanging out, like tiny girls, and you're like, oh shit. There's been a few times where I had to get out my robot arms and like pick somebody up to move them because they were getting fucking trampled and squashed, and like people can't see them, especially like for the bigger acts, and I had to grab, there's been several times where I had to grab somebody and move them over because they can't get out of they're like locked in where people can't see them.
Yeah,
you gotta like lift them up, and they look like they're about to fucking die. Like their faces are turning red because they're getting squished by people who can't see them.
That's a scary thing. Yeah. And you know what? Every time tell me if you see this. Every time I'm at one of those kind of shows, because I've been to all kind of shows. I've been to rap shows to metal shows. I've been to a lot of things and been in the middle of the crowd. Yeah. And there's always one girl who thought she could get up close and ends up passing out.
Oh yeah,
and they gotta pull her ass out.
No, all the time, all the time. I've seen that. Yeah, you're guaranteed to see that. Yeah, she's usually wearing like a muscle shirt or something,
a bikini
and that
or
shit
something.
Is just drenched. In sweat, looking like they just got out of like they look like drowned victims. That's what they look like. Oh man,
that is true, man.
And I'm just
you're
like,
right. They're just wet, brother. Like just soaked.
Like,
yeah,
you're tiny. What are you thinking? And then of course, I always get pissed off when I see them drinking beer, especially at an outdoor event where I'm like, come on, man. Like heat and drinking, that they don't mix. All right.
Drink. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
read
thing
a
that's
book.
funny, man. All those people that get drunk, and even the grown people, like,
Oh yeah, no, people don't give a shit.
They
Yeah.
they don't give a shit, and then you got big people out there who are suffering. You get some tiny girl out there trying to drink and
Oh, yeah.
get out there in a fucking mosh pit.
You're paying like $5 a cup to fuck up your day. That's all you're doing, and they love you for it too.
Yeah, man.
I love drinking, but no, I moderate that shit.
Yeah, I do too, man. When I've learned the hard way.
And a lot of times, hey, $6-7 a beer, fucking will just make me go, I don't need that beer that bad. Fuck it.
That's true, man. It's I don't understand how people get out there and just can drink in that heat like that.
Yeah, and
just to the
spending
point-
$7 for like $6-7. I'm guessing that's how it is easy, because I mean there was a few years back where they were charging like $5 for like Lone Star. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? For Lone Star? $5?
For Lone Star, yeah.
For a tiny glass? I mean, what the fuck?
It's robbery out there, man.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can
Well,
get away with it.
just like the movie theaters.
Yeah, exactly. You paying
People aren't stopping.
$10 for some chips and nasty cheese.
Yeah.
And you're going to pay for it too if you get hungry enough. I mean, they've caught my ass to a point where I was hungry in the theater because I hadn't eaten all day, and I was like, fuck it, I'm about to buy a hot dog. And that's just going to be $6, and it's going to be a weenie and a bun.
Yeah, no, that happens with our schedule, especially those fucking afternoon screenings.
Oh, yeah.
Where you just woke up and you're like, fuck, I'm starving. Well, why didn't I fucking go get $1 taco or something?
Yeah,
and then you're stuck paying $10, fucking a real, like the price of a real dinner, at the fucking movie theater with some like bullshit cheese they put in that little
Oh, my
fucking
God.
cup, and they charge you like $2 extra for extra cheese. And you're
Oh,
like,
I know.
motherfuckers.
There's nothing worse than sitting up there and knowing you just kind of out of desperation. You bought like this cheap ass food and paid the price, as you say, of a meal, and you looking down at it like, man, I could have had at least a sandwich, a Subway sandwich, instead of like these fucking 5 chips in this little, not even a bowl, this little shallow container of cheese, and that's what they start doing. That's how they rip you off. It's like, that cheese is so cheap.
Oh yeah.
And
It costs
chips,
nothing.
come on, it's fucking chips.
It is.
At one theater, and I'm glad they shut down now. It was maybe a branch of it still open. But do you remember the Cinemark Barton Creek?
Oh yeah.
Those fools, man. Okay, there's some theaters where you can go and get extra cheese. And maybe sometimes they'll charge you extra for it,
Right.
but I mean, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just like, okay, 50 cents, $1, whatever. I think I haven't bought nachos in a long time, but I remember one time I did buy some nachos at the Cinemark Barton Creek, and I was expecting to start squirting the cheese on it. It's nasty, but that's what you want.
They're squirting it on the chips.
Yeah, squirting it on the
which
chips.
They've been doing for years.
No,
Right.
they gave me a bag of chips, which, I mean, you can almost count the chips that were in there, like about 10 chips. And then they gave me a little container, like a little thimble almost, of cheese. And I was just like,
You're right. I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, man, all right, you know what? How much is an extra container of cheese? And they're like, well, that's going to be a whole separate order of nachos. I was like, you fucking kidding me? I got to pay like $6
Yeah.
just for
No shit.
I was like, and I told him to. I was like, you know what? I don't want this anymore.
No shit. Yeah, I was like, you know what?
I'll sit up and
keep
starve.
that.
Yeah.
Keep that shit. You know what? You want that cheese so much, you keep it, all right? It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. I got to buy a whole nother separate order. You fucking keep it. All right? You hear that, manager? You fucking keep it.
You take it over there to the manager, put it in your mouth, you eat it.
No, there's times when I want to tell the person selling me all that shit, is like, you mind if you kiss me now? Because usually I like to get kissed when I'm getting fucked.
And spread the cheese on your lips before you do it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Lube up,
Get my
lube up
money's
your
worth.
dick with the goddamn cheese when you're fucking me, all right?
At least make it worth it. I would feel like I'm getting my money's worth. Even if I'm getting fucked, literally. You know? God damn you! What you said, lube yourself up with the cheese. Do it good now.
Oh,
Everything.
please.
Damn, boy.
Give me a blindfold.
Man, I tell you what I did want to see at Coachella, that it was going on as the same time as Gorillaz, and I kind of wish I was over there. I mean, because it was a train wreck.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where they put this show on. I don't even know where they got this person to try to perform. Do you remember Sly and the Family Stone?
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know, I want to thank you for letting me be myself.
I'm always shocked that he's still alive, man.
He's barely.
Yeah, I know. I only know him because I knew a guy who's like really hardcore into him, and I was shown by the same person a bunch of videos, video interviews that he did on TV back in the day, where he was like drunk and just fucked up. And I was like, wow, this guy. I was like, the guy who made these songs is this guy, and he's like, he's just fucked up throughout every interview I think I saw him do.
Yes, yeah, the guy is fucked. I mean, I'll play a video for people in a little bit, but this guy, Sly Stone, he was doing a lot of drugs. They say that he used to carry a guitar case around just full of nothing but drugs.
Of course.
Cocaine.
I believe it.
All kind of hallucinogens and just messed his mind up. A lot of people wonder, was he crazy before he'd start doing drugs, and maybe that's why he started doing drugs, or did drugs just really just ruin his brain?
Really? Huh?
Because for years now, he's shown up and just ripped the audience off. Like he would. Now he went on hiatus for a little while, and just recently people tried to like start getting him to perform again.
Right.
And at some of these shows later on, like the guy's 67 now, like in the past few years, he would show up at a show and look at people and say, you know what? I realize I'm old now and I'm kind of tired. I'm going to just stop and just leave. There was one show he told everybody, all right, y'all, I'll be right back. I got to take a piss. Never came back out.
Are you serious?
It's like,
oh my God.
Like, where's that toilet? At your fucking house in the next 5 states over? I mean, what the fuck?
No shit.
Yeah, just leave. Just get up and fucking leave.
I gotta go blow my nose.
I'll be back.
Be seen again.
I mean, we're talking about an icon here.
Yeah.
A guy who gave us, and people in his band like gave us like a certain sound. You know the slap bass?
Oh yeah.
And people make fun of slap bass now, but I think it was a guy named Larry Graham in his band that made that slap bass.
Yeah.
And I forgot. And it was that song. I want to thank you for letting me be myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they originated the slap bass from. This guy.
Probably,
I don't know for sure, but I read that was him. And so this is a band that gave us classic hits. Hot fun in the summertime. Oh man, I can go on.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
knows
know you can.
Slide the Family song. Everybody knows,
Yeah.
But he just lost it, man. And it's so sad. I wish I could find this one interview that he did with Muhammad Ali.
That's the one that I saw.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, you should be, because I think that's probably like his most favorite, obviously his most famous interview.
He did one on the Dick Cavett show where he was just high, and Dick Cavett at this point, all he could do was sit there and just laugh.
Oh yeah.
Dick Cavett even became quiet after a moment. He was like, I don't know what to do with this guy.
Right. No.
And then he did one on the Mike Douglas show years ago, and somebody showed me a tape of this. This is before YouTube. Somebody had a tape of it at home, and they were like, man, you got to watch this. You're not going to believe this. And they put it on. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
How come why haven't I ever seen this? How come nobody's heard of it? Let me see if I can find it.
Maybe it was the same friend that showed us this, because, I was shown on a videotape of that Muhammad Ali, and man, it was tense just watching it. You're like, oh.
Muhammad Ali was getting pissed.
Oh, yeah,
Muhammad Ali. Well, he wasn't getting pissed as much as he was just
getting upset.
He was getting frustrated.
Yeah, he was getting frustrated and upset about how he was presenting himself on that show, about how Sly was presenting himself on that show.
Yeah, because that's what happened. He was kind of like, because I remember Muhammad Ali looked at him and just said, man, brother, let's not act like clowns and niggas in front of these white people here.
Right.
and Sly Stone was like, oh man, you keep on messing with me, I'm gonna whoop you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whoop. And Muhammad Ali was just kind of like, forget about it. He just got like, I can't do anything.
Yeah, I
to
know.
this guy.
It's like Muhammad Ali's like, what is he gonna do? Beat him up there on the show? Yeah. But Sly was like, hey man, you fucking watch your mouth.
Yeah. And I was just like,
well, I actually had to give the guy props for doing that. That guy was obviously fearless. I was like, hey, fuck you. I don't give a fuck who you think you are, who your friends think you are. You're nothing to me. You're fly shit.
I just fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucked up and I don't give a fuck.
Let me see. I'm trying to find a video of him on.
Yeah, if you can't find it easily, I'd be shocked, man. But
I'm looking. I hope people can't hear this because I'm trying to find it right now. Okay. I might have to stop and find it, but right. I know he. Okay, my whole point is he showed up at Coachella, came out to, and I mean it's sad. I watched a video of it on YouTube, and first of all, I don't know why somebody would hire Sly Stone with the history that he has. unless they just wanted a train wreck. But
They wanted, yeah.
you look it up, everything describes it train wreck. You couldn't walk away from it, but you wanted to turn your head. You just had you were just fixed on it. And so I watched a little bit of the video, and I mean, they were building them up. Everybody say Sly Stone. He gonna funk y'all tonight. Sly gonna bring the funk. And that dude walked out, and you couldn't tell it was him at first because he walked out with a Carol Channing blonde wig on, some shades, his hat, and sat down. Head kept hitting the microphone.
Oh,
they say things kept slipping from his hands. Yeah,
like they had a chair out there.
He was sitting down.
Oh wow!
And the band it's so embarrassing because the band had to stop. They thought he was gonna come out and start singing, and he came out like, "Hey, y'all, hold on. Y'all need to listen to this because this is important. Years ago, my manager, some guy with a Jewish name, my manager ripped me off for X amount of money, and this is the business, y'all. And everybody in the band just kind of looking like, is this part of the act?
Shit.
Nobody told us about this. And you can tell the crowd like, woo, yeah, you're telling it. But after a while, they just kind of like, the fuck is he talking about?
Oh, no. He was so fucked up. He thought he walked into an interview. He thought he was on 2020 or something.
And you could hear people starting to mumble like, you hear like, and he's like, no, this is important, y'all. Listen. And it's just like, I had to turn away from it. I couldn't watch it anymore.
Somebody's like, Sly, that's tomorrow. You got a live show right now.
You said Kane.
And another thing, Barbara.
You said Kane come out, yank him off his own show.
Yeah. And I can only feel bad for that band. I mean, golly, that band, that must be their only meal ticket. Because, I mean, booking somebody like Sly, there's a lot, that goes into a live show. I mean, you got to think about the band, the roadies, the gear, the lighting. I mean, usually sometimes those guys have their own sound tech guys with them. So there's a whole elaborate, crew with somebody with that. Well, at least you'd imagine with somebody like him. Yeah. Only for him to come out and just go, listen up, people. I'm gonna tell you all my fucking problems right now, and you're gonna listen, all right? Because you pay for this shit. First off, my wife's a bitch.
Everybody just kind of like, Jesus, man.
But
you should have been there.
Yeah, exactly. Don't tell me your problems, Sly. But you'd imagine that. Somebody booking a show like that, they'd be like, well, he can't be doing this all the time. I mean, he still needs to make money, or at least you'd think that band would just go, that's enough of this shit. I mean, what are we doing?
They probably have. I mean, these are not like bands who are like celebrities and stars. These are working musicians,
right?
They get hired. So when one leaves, they probably have some other. I mean,
because I thought he was with his band.
That band, the original band, disbanded a long time ago. So they were
smart.
they got the hell out of there. No, these are working musicians who they work. They got to get a gig whenever they can.
Right.
Being a musician's hard, man. So
they tell me about that.
Yeah,
I know all about that. Yeah, my
stuff.
Death metal career. Yeah,
yeah, of course.
Didn't take off for a reason.
Lasted about a minute, right?
Nobody likes my shit.
About 58 seconds. Yeah.
My shit's too hard for him, Corey.
Thank you.
Too brutal.
But
pussy. Yeah, that's too bad. God, that's like us going to see. That'd be like us going to see the Parliament Funkadelic and hoping to see Bootsy, and he just comes out for a second and leaves. Wait, that did happen.
I'm about to say, wait a minute. He came out. Man, went to see Bootsy Collins. Fortunately, the show for Parliament was great.
Right,
I think he was playing the band.
Yeah.
But he came out, and we were like there to see Bootsy, man. And he came out and walked on the fence, and I think he fell. And was never seen again.
It would have made more sense if he fell, but he just walked in playing his bass and walked out playing his bass.
Whoa, baby. Goodbye, y'all.
Bootsy, my hero. Hey, where you going?
Hello, goodbye, baby.
He probably had a bad case of stage fright. Oh, I'm doing it, baby. Oh, shit, I'm not doing it.
Maybe he had to take a shit.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, how's everybody feeling? I'm not feeling too good myself.
I feel Doodle Brown coming up. Oh, I better get out of here. Bye, y'all.
And then you accidentally leave the mic on him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He does it. Like he's trying to push one out. Oh, baby. Burnt.
Where's the toilet paper?
Help! I'm stranded.
Must have left it on the mothership.
Somebody call the mothership. Oh, baby.
Wow.
Let's see. Man, how old is Bootsy now?
That's a fucking great
Jeez,
question.
that dude done age, man. I think he really is an alien.
No.
I think he is from another planet.
Drinking that funk milkshake.
From the planet Funkatron.
It's preserved him, I guess. Yeah.
Black don't crack there. Let's see. I'm going to pause and see if I can find this slot stone.
All right, go for it.
And I'm going to find this slot stone thing. I'm going to come back and tell everybody about the festival because there has been a lot of stuff happening. All right. All right, I guess they pulled the video.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah, I found an article about it, and there was like it looked like a 2 or 3 part video, and it looks like it's been pulled. So
who pulled that shit? Muhammad Ali?
His people. I can see that happening. Yeah.
I don't want anybody to see.
Make you pay for it instead of seeing it for free on YouTube.
Well, what am I gonna pay for? I'm gonna go to Muhammad Ali's house and see it.
Yeah.
Sly Stone's house. That'll be a party. But I found him on Dick Cavett,
There you go.
where he's just out of it. I don't know if I'm playing the whole thing because it's like 6 minutes, but you get an idea of just how it's almost uncomfortable to watch. You're listening to the audio, but to watch it and see how lost this fool is because he's just looking around like he don't know where the fuck he is. Let's see. See, people laughing because he's looking around like he left and right, like he's being surrounded by bees or something.
Or he thinks he is a bee.
I got my house broken into.
Why are you injured there? Was that during performance?
I broke into my house.
Caught yourself breaking into your house, did you?
Actually, I caught myself trying to repair it.
Yeah.
I cut myself.
It's an actual wound, but it doesn't look... I think it's just a flesh wound. I mean, I don't think it's going to be...
Is there sympathy that I'm getting?
Oh, yeah.
Is there sympathy?
Sympathy, yeah, considering that you were almost late getting here.
How come I can't
It's as much sympathy as I can...
See, Dick Cav's already like you got late getting here.
Right.
You were fucked up.
I'm doing a live show.
House being broken into.
Was it today?
Yeah, if it was your house, you'd be a little late.
Oh, yeah, right. That's right. You were going to be here one other time, and
You said that's right.
You never got here. You
Yeah, I
remember
was
that?
here.
You could tell he's high because he's like
yeah.
you see how he's licking his lips and his jaws kind of biting and everything. He's like coked up or something.
Yeah.
I mean, physically here.
I was here marching.
Huh?
No,
Tell me this.
I wasn't here, man.
Had I said something?
No, you're great.
You seem to get here every
You
other
are
time,
great.
and I just wondered.
You are great.
I'm great. Oh.
I mean, you know what I mean? Oh, right on. What the same.
Dick Cav's like, I don't know what the hell is going on now.
That's just a crazy.
Hey, Dick.
Yeah, yes.
Dick.
Yes, sir.
That whole thing is crazy. It's like they're at the circus.
Hey, Dick. You're great.
Greatness. The room.
And the dude is wearing. You see what he's wearing? He's wearing like a sequin, like a Shriner's outfit or something.
And it makes sense because you look at Dick Cavett's set and there's like lights fucking flickering on and off in the background.
This dude look like he's wearing a bullfighter's outfit with sequins on it and a clown hat.
Yeah, it's like he's at Circus doing this interview.
But it's nice of you to say that. And
You are really, though.
well, you're not so bad yourself.
I mean, you're funny. Well, I am kind of bad,
Well, a little.
but I'm not so bad. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not so bad, man.
Yeah. You're straight on.
How are you?
He's breathing hard and shit. This dude is.
In order to get to it, you got to go through it.
That's right.
That's really the truth.
Yeah. Who said that? Was it Emerson,
No,
Thoreau?
this is Jimmy Ford.
Jimmy Ford.
Yeah.
Right. Just before the famous battle.
Jimmy Ford's in L.A. beating up people.
This dude's so out of it.
No, not really.
Indeed.
Well, actually, what he's doing is writing beautiful songs.
Yes.
And he's destroying the minds of people that believe that the world is flat.
No, wait.
That's why it sounds like this is what Leon sounds like when he's talking to strippers.
That about
Hey,
sums it up.
Dick.
Yes, sir.
Wait, one more thing.
Our relationship
One more
will
thing.
continue after this
One
message.
more thing.
Well, right after this message.
Discrimination.
This interview isn't over.
I do say discrimination.
I want to see how you're doing. You're great.
You're great. I mean, somebody put up the video. If somebody can find a Muhammad Ali video, that'd be great. But that'd be great.
Yeah.
But I mean, looking at him, the real thing is just watching him in that interview and just watching how unfocused he is and how his eyes wandering around. And it's just, man, it's really sad to see because the guy makes some great music and just burned out quick.
Oh man, you know what the thing is? I almost miss the days of interviews like that, especially with rock stars and people like Sly, where they'd come on these shows. And it wouldn't matter what state they were in; they were going to get on TV, and and it just created such great television. You don't see that anymore. I mean, there's an interview that Kiss did. I'm trying to remember the famous interviewer that was talking to them, but it was the original lineup of Kiss. And while they were getting interviewed, Peter Criss and Ace Frehley were both fucked up out of their minds. And they were laughing and Peter Criss was gone. But the thing is, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley were about as sober and as pissed off as you can imagine.
Really?
Yeah,
they were angry?
Yeah, they were pissed off during that interview. Yeah, while Ace and Peter were like, and it was weird because it was like, I think what Peter, maybe if I remember right, Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley were like sitting next to each other, and Ace Frehley and Peter Criss were standing behind them, and they were just fucked up, and they were laughing, they were making fun of the interview and shit like that, and just Ace Frehley.
So wait a minute, who was it? It was Ace Frehley and Peter Criss who were drunk.
Ace Frehley and Peter Criss, which they're notorious for their drug days during while they were with Kiss, where it got out of control, which is why they got kicked out of the band. Yeah.
So Gene Simmons was straight.
Gene Simmons was fucking livid. I mean, you could tell. You could tell in that interview, and it's such a great interview.
Is it on here?
You'd be able to find it. Yeah, look for it.
Because
you have to see it. It's amazing.
That's what I miss about David Letterman, the days when just crazy stuff would happen.
Yeah.
Like when Andy Kaufman would come on and do something crazy, like stage a fight with, like when he staged a fight with a wrestler.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And when Crispin Glover came on, he came on twice acting. Or like the time he was going to kick David Letterman, and he went to commercial and came back and he was gone.
Right. Yeah.
Or when Cher came on and called David Letterman an asshole, which today wouldn't be that big a deal, but back in the day, it was like, that's what I miss. And all these shows, man.
Yeah. There's nothing like that anymore. And
we don't have talk shows where see, like with Dick Cavett and Mike Douglas and there was another guy, Tom somebody back in the 70s who would come on smoking. He would come on TV smoking, and he would just, and these guys, their comedy didn't come from doing lame like skits and doing jokes and opening monologues. No, they knew the wealth of material they had with their audience.
Yeah.
I mean, not with their guest.
Yeah.
And those guys played it straight, and they let the guests speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And they were able to think on their toes. So if the guest did something crazy, they knew to either be quiet and let the guests just make a fool out of themselves, or they would know the moment to chime in with like some little remark or zinger, like when Dick Cavett was right there, saying, like who said that? Emerson. They just wait for the right moment, and they just sit back and just let it happen. We don't fucking have that anymore.
No, not
man.
that. No, not anymore. No, you're right. And it's just. Back then, a job like that, it meant something. Not like these days where any fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry can fucking get a show now.
That's
it's like, and the thing is, the producers are going to make sure if they do have a guest that's fucking out of it or just so fucked up, they're not going to let them on, and that's unfortunate because that makes great TV. But I mean, interviews like that, I fucking miss those types of interviews.
No, back then, man, it was like. You had people like what's his name? Part of the Rat Pack. Dean Martin. I mean, even when you got into late night television, and I'm not saying that people just had to come on and be messed up all the time to be good television, and sometimes these people drank and they weren't destroying their lives. They were just you got to see them be who they are and not hold back. Right. Dean Martin would come on to the Johnny Carson show drunk sometimes. He'd come on there with a drink.
Yeah.
And they just let him do it because he was part of the Rat Pack. Fucking.
Because you can't say no to him.
Yeah, it's almost that.
It's his world.
It's almost like people thought Frank Sinatra would come and break your legs if you don't do what he wanted to do. Yeah. And same way with Sammy Davis Jr. All those guys would just come in and just do what they want to do. I mean, they do these celebrity roast drunk. I mean, I didn't give a shit back then. Yeah, really, it's something now. I know people have to make money, but people are so held back and held down.
Well, conditioned now these days.
Well, they're conditioned, but it's the corporate structure, man, of consumerism, and I hate to go off on a rant, but and commercialism that has like made people just scared to do anything. Oh, yeah. Well, like, you represent a product, your money's gonna be pulled from I don't know General Electric or something if you don't come out and play it clean.
Well, a lot of this new talent that's coming out have been molded into this talent that that these studios or these record companies have created. So yeah, I mean they're going to dance like a monkey. I mean they're going to be dancing like monkeys, and they're going to do exactly what those companies tell them to do, because without them they're shit.
Yeah, I mean Johnson & Johnson giving you some money. If you don't come in and do right where they're trying to pitch baby oil to a family, then you know what?
Yeah, you're gone.
Money's gone. Yeah, and people, then they're gonna complain, and the studio heads are gonna like get all nervous, and it's just man, it just takes one little nervous tick to like make the whole thing crumble, and everybody's scared of that, so everybody comes out and play it too cautious, man.
I always think about that guy, which I don't ever watch that fucking show American Idol, because that's one of the reasons why you have artists out there, fucking that are playing this game, doing everything like they should. But there was that artist who came out, he was the guy who came out of the closet. He was gay, and he got in trouble for trying to do something. Like they told him, we're going to put you on live TV, do this act, and don't do this. And he ended up doing the opposite. And I think it got him in a lot of trouble, where he was, being around acting gay, like grabbing. I think he like grabbed a guy. I can't remember the story, and I don't.
Clay Aiken.
No, it wasn't. Clay Aiken's the country guy, sort of like.
Clay Aiken is a gay guy.
Yeah, but there was another guy just recently. Like he looked like he almost looked like one of these Jonas Brothers almost. It's not the guy who was forever saying he wasn't gay.
And finally came out.
It wasn't that guy. It was a guy more recently.
You sure wasn't one of the Jonas Brothers who came out and said they were gay?
I'm sure it probably was. But I remember he got into a lot of shit, with American Idol, and because
that's the problem, man.
He was trying to be himself, and he got shit for it.
Man, think about this. Think about all these people who have made it. Bob Dylan's a classic example. Think he would have made it on American Idol? No. Think Bono would have made it on American Idol? No. Think Jimi Hendrix would have made it on American Idol?
No.
I mean, shit. I mean, I'm just thinking of gorillas. You think Damon Albarn would have made it on American Idol? No. I mean, think.
You think Cannibal Corpse would have made it on American Idol?
Oh no,
those guys are huge. They made it. They're huge. They're
well, I'm talking about people who artists who go out and sing their own way and do their own thing. They're not manufactured by anybody. They go off and they make their own identity. They make their own they make their own path, man. And people don't like the way they sing. They just make good music.
Right.
And they're not worried about, is this demographic gonna like it, or my voice has to sound this way? None of that fucking in studio production shit.
No. None of that modulating with the voice and that. None of that shit going on.
I mean, Jesus Christ, man. This is why I go against the mainstream a lot. It's not because I'm a snob. It's not because I turn my head. It's just there's something where the artistry really is taken away from people when you have so many hands. How can you be an artist when there's a lot of people who are in there like putting a restraint on your mouth, tying your hands, and shooting bullets at your feet, making you dance the way they want you to dance.
Right.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And you always read about the people who try to do a little something different, and they always end up getting fucked over.
If they got their roots. With studios like this. I mean,
Kelly Clarkson. I mean, how many times we go? People are always giving her shit because she's getting fat or whatever.
Yeah, let her be fucking fat. Like, can she sing?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And the thing is, this isn't anything new though. I mean, let me tell people that this is nothing new. This has always been going on, but now it's just bigger than ever though. I mean, it's being televised. I mean,
think about the Monkees.
Seeing artists being created. Yeah,
the Monkees were a band that were put together.
Yeah, they were put together.
Yeah, I mean,
they had a TV show and everything.
All this shit's been manufactured.
Yeah.
That clip they've had. Yeah. Look, we've had this. You're right. We've had this going on for years. I mean,
it's just not as prominent as it is now. Where now the public gets to have a hand in creating these artists now.
Yeah,
I mean, you fucking vote.
Yeah, no, you had all kind of stuff going. I mean, for every Ricky Nelson. There was a Hendrix, I mean, there was somebody out there. Was an Elvis for every clean person that was out there. Somebody who just did it on their own and made their own image.
Yeah.
Well, this other person had to be all squeaky clean and represent whatever backing that they had.
Right.
With a nice face.
Which I'm always thinking like, when's the next Hendrix or Kurt Cobain or Rolling Stones? Like when is the next band gonna just emerge from all this bullshit that we've been just drowned in?
Back when even like metal became like so commercialized.
Yeah.
I mean all those fucking hair bands.
Oh yeah.
To the point where people putting together hair bands like that, and then Kurt Cobain comes out and just like no motherfucker, this is real music.
And all I think about is like when Metallica was being labeled as like a devil worshipping band, that was on 2020, and like kids are killing themselves because of this fucking metal music. And now you look at Metallica now, where they have like their own fucking Guitar Hero or Rock Band or whatever, and you're just that's about as commercial as you can get.
I remember seeing that movie where Metallica were in therapy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I still think Metallica is still a real band. They've done it on their own, but they have sort of become slaves of the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when they went through that whole phase of being, almost alternative music.
Right. Yeah.
You remember that they changed the image, fucking wearing makeup and all that kind of shit.
Wearing masks. Yeah, I remember opening it. I can't remember what the name of that album was, but I remember opening up the sleeve of it and looking at the pictures, and all I saw was like Metallica sitting at a table wearing fucking mascara. And I swear to God, if I had a time machine, I would completely I would go back in time to when Metallica was first starting out and just take that picture with me and like show them, guys, fucking keep drinking, all right, keep doing your music, but make sure that after Master of Puppets, you just end it there, okay?
Yeah.
Because look at this picture. This is what you will become.
Jesus, man.
Where they were talking shit when they were kids, fucking forming that band. They were talking shit about all the hair metal bands that they were surrounded by, while they were trying to come up with their new sound,
And somebody and I guarantee you, they had an image consultant.
Oh yeah.
Who came in and said, "That's what you got to do."
They had an image consultant. They had a photographer come in, and that's what really was heartbreaking. I mean, I don't like Metallica's later albums. That's my problem. I'll give you credit. Yeah, they're still a decent band, but it just makes me upset where they actually what they stood for. They were very outspoken about it. They weren't about the glamorization of metal or any of that shit. And now you look at the newer CDs where they got professional photographers taking pictures of them. Where the older CDs, it was just shots of them like playing live. Is the photographer just taking pictures of them fucking jamming the fuck out, and those pictures were fucking badass.
See, I wouldn't even mind that.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, when you get money, you become a little slicker. It's just that, man. I mean, you become a little more produced. I respect that. I mean, U2 went from being somewhat of a bar band to like being a super band, and people still love them, and they're still U2.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they had that kind of image before, but they stay.
And I understand that's called progress. As far as just people with
It's the whole thing of like what you become that you made fun of at one time, and now Metallica, they put on a show, a spontaneous show at Stubbs here in town, and you're thinking, wow, it's fucking Metallica.
Yeah.
The only thing that got them out there, they had to fucking plug Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even mind that if Metallica went out and just said, you know what? We had to come out and plug this show.
Yeah.
You know what? We ought to do? We ought to just go to a fucking bar somewhere and just show up and play.
Right.
And not have to play for people spontaneously because we're doing it to push a product.
Yeah, because we're pushing a product.
I can understand that. I can understand pushing that. I can even understand them saying, like, buy this. We got to make money.
If you got to make money, I get it.
But show up somewhere else and say, look.
Yeah.
We're not complete whores, all right? We got to make money, but we want to give something back to you as true fans and as true musicians.
Right.
That's just me. I'm not trying to look down on them.
I don't. They deserve the success they got. And I think a lot of it, a lot of that success didn't come from their great albums that people didn't realize until later. That Black album is the one that put them at the top. But it is funny though, like. Now you hear on the radio like Metallica's older stuff, which is like I always consider their greatest stuff, because those are great songs that nobody was paying attention to because they were labeled as a fucking devil worshipping band or just a metal band. It was just noise, pure noise. And now you hear that shit in commercials and shit like that, and I'm like, it's a little too late. And I mean, for me, I'm like, it's a little too late that finally you like my shit, and then you take my shit and you fucking whore it up and. It's now it's no longer mine.
Well, see, it's going to happen. If you get big, people going to take your money. They're going to take your music. They're going to take your image. They're going to probably take you and use it to pitch something. It's just, again, I don't want to pass judgment because I don't know what I don't know what's going on with that band.
Right.
I really don't.
I respect them.
I'm just going to tell you how it looks to the outside of me. It looks like they're doing everything that a successful band does that people will accuse them of selling out for. I hate that when people accuse people of selling out. You don't know what they got to do for what they got to do.
Right.
But it just seems like they're not doing anything to kind of counter that.
No.
On the outside, I mean, they're not doing anything to like just show that they have like a hint of their roots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
man.
mean, yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Like I say, when I say I respect them, I just say that because I mean, hey, they all got their lives. They all obviously have their issues because of those fucking documentaries.
Yeah.
So there was a point where I was like, fuck them. I don't give a shit about them. I can't believe. But no, I understand they're people, and yeah, they fuck up. So
and I respect them too. They're great musicians.
Yeah, they are. No, they
albums.
are great musicians. They fucking made like
had I been
4 or 5 years of my life like fucking badass because of their music.
Had I been around to catch that Metallica show, you goddamn right I would have been there. Uh-huh. You know what I gotta say?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I would have been there too. I always keep telling myself maybe if Metallica rolls around again, maybe I'll go to the show. It's like seeing an old friend, seeing like what they're, you hear they got married and they got a kid and you can't really relate to them anymore, but it would be interesting to see, how they are playing their old songs again. Yeah. If they still sound like fucking like. If they're not changing it up where they put like an acoustic guitar in the middle of something, or James Hetfield's actually trying to sing, if he's actually singing those tunes like the way he was when he was younger, I mean, I'd be like, all right, hey, at least they still respect their old material, not to fuck it up.
Yes, yes, I do respect that band. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna like turn my head up to anybody that does great stuff.
No, those guys were metal gods for a reason.
Hey, you know what? I should talk about this. The Spill Festival.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm thinking about it 'cause I'm gonna forget. And I'm gonna record something and put it at the beginning of the show too, because it's getting down to the point where we really gotta promote this shit.
Okay.
But I hate to bombard
bombarding. I want to know. Let me know.
But the Spill Festival is coming up in 2 months now.
Okay.
June 25th through 27th. This week, we're going to start selling tickets. We have a micro site up. I'm still trying to work on getting a guest, but I'm not too worried about it because here's what I've been telling people. Let me give you the rundown. We have Friday night our opening party. Saturday we have the film festival. Saturday night we have the big party. Sunday night we have sort of a closing cocktail event. And for Friday night, what I originally had planned was I wanted to bring in a guest, like a non-music guest, somebody like a director, actor, internet celebrity, anything.
Yeah.
And have them sit down and do a live podcast with us, and sort of as our big meet and greet for the festival. And then once that's over, we go to our opening party. I am looking for a guest still. I got some callbacks on people. I'm trying. I'll tell people. Because if we don't get them, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm not trying to be all secret and cryptic about this. I call Felicia, the people who represent Felicia Day, for the girl. Have you heard of this girl? She's on Dr. Horrible.
No.
And she was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I've heard of Buffy and I heard of Dr. Horrible, but I mean, I'm sure if I saw a picture of her, I'd probably know who she was.
She has a huge internet following for this thing called The Guild. And I figured since she's become like this big internet celebrity, it'll be. And I didn't know it was that big. I looked it up and was like, okay, this because Cyrus is the one that suggested it. I was like, I don't know about no internet celebrities. I'm thinking like the Tron guy and shit like that. But then I said, oh, I know this chick.
Which we should get Tron guy.
Fuck that. I ain't
What's he doing?
I've seen that guy. That guy draws a room of 3. What do you think he's doing? He's playing Tron and wearing that suit.
I want to see that.
He's throwing a frisbee around his yard, acting like he's in Tron.
I will pay for that.
He's throwing his frisbee at his dog. Even that dog looking at him like, man, you ain't in Tron. Okay?
Fine, I'll give him a call. He'll come do that for me in a private room.
But I saw her picture and I was like, man, I know this chick. And I was like, all right, you know what? It'd be really cool if we can get her. Got a call back. I don't know if I'll get a call back or not after explaining the festival to them.
Right.
Got a call back from Aaron McGruber's people today, the guy who created the Boondocks. And that would be a really cool
that would
thing
be
to bring
badass.
over. I mean, that guy has a lot to say.
Oh, yeah.
Boondocks has hit his new season. It's last season.
Yeah.
I mean,
what season is it?
3.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just,
I'm shocked it
starts in May.
Took this long for 3? Wow.
Yeah. And so it was like, man, Aaron McGruber might be attracted to this because there's a lot of animation involved. We got a lot of hip hop artists here. So I was thinking like, man, this might be cool. So trying to see if he'll show up if Felicia Day doesn't answer.
Okay.
But I know, and they're two different people, but Felicia Day has this huge following. I thought, it'd be cool, us being an internet entity, personality, whatever. Right. She's the same way. I thought it'd be cool for her to come in and tell people what it would probably take to probably succeed on the internet.
To do that, okay.
Besides being famous.
So
because I think that's one of the things.
Right,
she was kind of well known already.
Yeah, besides not being on Buffy.
Or taking your clothes off and doing porn or anything like that. I thought it'd just be cool for her to come in and talk about that.
Okay.
If not, Aaron McGruber can come in and talk about, he's kind of a geek too. Okay. Loves Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's a big
I know
Star
very
Wars
little
nut.
about him, but besides he's a guy.
He's controversial, but he's a huge Star Wars nut. And obviously a huge fan of all kind of animation because he's an artist. So it's like, man, this is interesting because you brought a comic strip to the mainstream that a lot of people would not take a chance with at all. A lot of times this comic strip wouldn't appear with the rest of the comics page. They put it in the editorial page because, it was very political, a lot of social commentary. So they call back. But here's the bottom line. If I get nobody, I always said people are coming here to see us. And there's nothing that these people cannot do that we can't do ourselves. Yeah. We, as a meet and greet, we'll do our own live podcast. Yeah. We'll show some cool videos.
Yeah. I can do my magic tricks and jump through
and
like
destroy the theater.
Fiery hoops.
And you know what? I would like to do something that would be very participatory for the audience for that thing. So whether we do, I don't know, a game or bring people on stage to do something. Yeah. I want to ask you guys, people out there, give me an idea, and you guys too, co-host and the rest of us. If we can get together and think of something like that, that would be great.
Okay.
And so here's the
Bob for apples. We can
Bob play. We can get Aaron Magruder and then play pin the tail on Hunky.
No, you probably want to edit that out.
No, but Hunky ain't that bad a word.
What?
It's funny because a lot of people say, what would be the real discriminatory word for white people? It's like. Cracker don't really carry any weight. Hunky don't really carry any weight. I'm just like,
shit your grandfather.
There's none for them.
Not really. That's why I just call them assholes.
And that's faces, universal. So, but
vagina face. Yeah.
So here's the thing. So like I said, if we can't get anybody, we'll do our live podcast meet and greet on Friday night, and then at the opening party, which will be at Aces Lounge, we will have. A lot of DJs playing different rooms, and the person that's going to be actually performing is a rapper named Rod Digger. She was actually an actress in the 13 Ghosts. She was part of Busta Rhymes' crew back.
We won't talk about 13 Ghosts.
No, I hate that movie. But we won't say anything to anybody. But she's actually really was at one time considered like and still is one of like the most prominent women MCs out there. So she's going to be playing headlining on a.
So she's booked.
Yeah, she's booked. She's performing. Okay. We got everybody booked. She's performing Friday night. And now this is a deal where this is for people to get together. This is for the Spill members and new people coming in, so people can roam around, listen to DJs talk, watch the show, do whatever they want to do. It's open for that. On Saturday, we're going to have our film festival with the films that people submitted, and we already have a site coming up, a microsite with all the details about the show and the film festival, telling people how to do that. We'll have a video up, I think, Friday that gives details about the film festival. But we're going to watch the films that were the best. If we only got 5, we'll show all 5.
Yeah. I at least know about 3 people who've told me they're working on stuff. Yeah, the guys from the Madness Hour
they are
actually. They told me they're planning on working on something, and I was actually on their show this past week. It'll be airing soon, but they were telling me about that. So I'm like, okay, well that's somebody else who's doing a video.
I know. I know about 6 people at this point who are doing videos.
Okay, then we're cool.
So, we're good. Yeah,
okay,
we're good.
Videos. Okay.
Yeah, we actually got movies coming through, and we're gonna have fun sitting there talking about them and whatnot. Awesome. The winner gets the golden co-host. Awesome. We got the guys who are doing the action figures on the site. We'll be making
I know. I keep forgetting about that, but every time you say that, I get so fucking excited because I'm just curious what they're gonna do. I mean,
they're gonna make action figures about us at some point, and then they're gonna be. Then I got to call the guy tonight. I don't want to say his name just yet, but I'm gonna advertise his site and everything.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, and he'll be making the golden co-host, and we'll give away another prize for the winner. And then that night we have the Spill party, the big party, with Dale the Funky Homo Sapien.
And he's booked.
He's
now.
booked.
Nice.
He's playing. And we got Maceo from De La Soul just spinning a set,
Spinning.
just spinning music, man.
All right. Well, hey.
So yeah, he's booked too. So
Spin all night long.
Yeah.
For all I care.
So yeah, we got
Do it.
We got all that, and I think we might even have some other acts on the side. I know because I haven't mentioned it, but there's some other DJs who are coming in,
All right.
like E Swift, and we have another guy named Knots who's coming in, and these guys.
You know what?
What?
I wish.
Wish what?
I would love to get DJ Shadow
I would love to get him too,
to
but
perform.
maybe next year. That's a little.
Have you looked into that?
It was something that we talked about.
Because I actually know someone who knows him.
Well,
so
let's
maybe
talk-
I can.
Hey,
Yeah.
It's not too late to add things. So if you want to talk to him,
I don't want to hype this up or anything.
no,
I'm just saying.
no.
Yeah. I'm
Look,
just
it's
saying.
not. I don't want to hype anything up to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you want to talk to somebody, talk to him. I mean,
Okay.
we're not saying we don't tell people DJ Shadow's coming out. People.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say DJ Shadow is coming. I just happened to know something and it just hit me just right now.
Yeah.
So
so that
yeah.
night,
So maybe If not, maybe
we
next.
got a lot.
Maybe,
we got a lot
maybe
going
next.
on that night.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, we're gonna have just our closing party, which is sort of like decompressing cocktail party for people, a little more quiet with DJ there, live art show and whatnot. So we got a lot going on, man. And
nice.
so tickets go on sale this week, $35. I'm getting hotels set up at a discounted rate for people, hopefully. And yeah, like I say, hopefully we'll be adding some more stuff. If not, then there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that sounds like there's plenty going on.
The microsite will be up at the end of the week. We already got our designs for the flyers and everything. So everything's
And the tickets
good.
are going to be up too.
Yeah, tickets are going to. We already went to Front Gate Tickets. That's where you'll be able to buy the tickets.
Okay.
So we're good, man.
Cool.
We're good.
All right.
We're good. At the end of the week, everything will be happening. Hope to see a lot of you people there. It's going to be a full weekend. Going to be a fun weekend.
Yep.
So and yeah, it's
Maybe we'll throw in some putt golf and some laser tag.
and some laser tag too.
That's what I did this past weekend.
All at my house. Did you do that this weekend?
Yeah, I did.
You played laser tag and putt?
It was my buddy's birthday. My buddy Frank. I mean, you know Frank.
Of course. You keep saying my buddy Frank.
Yeah,
I don't know Frank.
Frank. Yeah, so we fucking went out and.
I know Frank don't want me to ever say this because I used to always say this in reference to Frank, but I remember I set Frank up with that girl he dated for years.
He told me that you probably say that.
I would.
Which he was like, he did not fucking set me up with anybody.
I set him up. Okay, let me put it this way.
He said we were all in the same room together.
That's
that
the thing.
Was
Okay,
it.
I did not. But
yeah.
man, he's using setup. No, he's taking setup wrong. When I say
Are you
setup,
doing that Jedi mind thing? It's like from a certain point of view.
from a certain point of view setup? Yes, I am. As a matter of fact, because when I say setup, I mean like
we were
all together. Like I introduced him to her, and we were just hanging out.
Right,
and then because I remember, like I was seeing some girl that was a girl, that friend. I was just kind of like,
Right.
hey, look at them, they're doing their thing. You know?
Look at those look at the kids.
Look at like
Talking to each other.
looking like
giving each other lovey-dovey
looking like
eyes.
Notorious B.I.G. in the hot tub with his hand all over that girl. It's just like, what the hell is going on here? Look at him getting mad. He did not say, I got skills.
He brought that up. Yeah, I was like, yeah. He always says he set me up with that girl. I was like, no.
Okay, I did not set him. I introduced him.
Yeah, there
Like,
you go.
God damn it.
But anyway, no, man, we fucking.
I like Frank though, man.
Yeah.
Frank is real cool. Frank is Frank cracks me up, man.
No, he's fucking hilarious. Yeah, but yeah, no, I did some drunk putt golfing. Fucking, I was pulling a Happy Gilmore on that fucking play field. Then we went to laser tag, which is a place called Blazer Tag here.
Where is that? Is that the one on Lamar?
That's one where that Dollar Theater.
I mean,
used
not
to be.
at the Ben White.
Yeah, on Ben White. Yeah,
Yeah.
Where that was fucking crazy. I ranked 6 because I'm a badass motherfucker. I killed everyone.
You know what you
Corey.
do? You were that asshole who likes to hide in the corner and just snipe everybody every now and then.
That's what you're supposed to do. What do you mean? That's how you win. No, I am that guy. Yeah, no, but fucking, the kids though, man, I had to push some of those motherfuckers because those guys, they would shoot me. And they go, and then they walk up to me, like walking by me, and they look at me like, "I got you, bitch. I got you."
Dude, really?
Yeah. And I was like, I don't even fucking know you, kid. don't fucking talk to me like that. I'll rape you. This is a dark room, you little fucker.
And then he pulls out a real gun.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah, and he's like, this one kid like he's pointing the gun at me, like walking away, pointing the gun right at my face, like after I can't do shit, I can't shoot the motherfucker because I'm beeping like crazy, and he's just like, that's right, I got you, that's right. And I was like, you fucking prick.
And then the lights come on. It's not a kid. It's Gary Coleman.
Yeah. I make sure nobody's looking at. Throw that motherfucker over the top. Yeah.
That little kids are ruthless,
now,
man.
Bitch. Yeah.
I didn't even know laser tag was still going on. Like Blazer laser tag. I passed that place all the time.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
This is still happening?
Oh, fuck yeah, yeah. And,
Wow.
and the thing is, like, you know, when we walked in there, I was like, okay, this is kind of pathetic because we're like the only fucking grown people. I'm a robot, so it don't matter. Kids are trying to fucking put quarters in my ass. So I'm like, oh god, you know, this is a bunch of kids around here, and we look like a bunch of idiots about to go fucking play laser tag. But the thing is, as soon as I don't know what happened, but as soon as we get into the briefing room where they prepare you, they tell you exactly, you know, what you can do, what you can't do, how to put on your fucking laser tag equipment. You know, all of a sudden, as soon as we got in that room, like all these fucking adults came in. There's like a group of like bunch of black dudes and chicks in there, like all like older than us. We're in there and they're ready to fucking play. They're ready to
throw down,
kill somebody. Yeah, and yeah, it was crazy though. But man, that was a blast, no pun intended. But no,
I didn't even
man,
think about that.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to, Corey. But man, that shit was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, that shit is fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. I went in there.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I remember one time I played with Leon. This is years ago. I think we were promoting. When we were doing our show for the WB affiliate at the time. We did that to do a promotion, and so we decided to play.
Yeah,
and this is gonna sound racist, but it's not. For some reason, Leon's teeth were glowing more than anybody else's.
Oh no!
And I saw that Negro smile going through there. Like, I always knew it was him, and I was always shooting him because I said, "That's him. That's him grinning." I mean, it's not racist because there were other black people in there.
He has nice white teeth.
His teeth, for some reason, they were just glowing like crazy.
Oh my god! I gotta play laser tag with him because on the guns they have like the infrared scope. So I was about to point that shit at his teeth the whole time. Shoot! It's like, hey, I'm not getting any points.
You know when Pac-Man eats a ghost and their eyes go floating away? It looked like if Pac-Man ate Leon and his smile went floating away.
I was like one of those weird ass like Sesame Street fucking videos where they're talking about the letter T or something for teeth. For teeth, floating teeth.
He looked like the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Through there, except with no eyes, just a smile.
Man,
I was like, Jesus Christ, man! What are you brushing your teeth with? Nuclear waste?
No,
I mean, what?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus,
God
man.
damn.
It was
bleach.
And I mean, it wasn't like he was just smiling. I mean, just happy to be playing laser tag.
You just see this floating teeth. You're trying to chase it down and shoot it. Come on. Sorry, Leon.
Yeah, it's all right. It's true though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe shit. I might have been smiling the same way too. I don't know.
No, Grant's right now telling them, man, they're talking about you again on that show.
Grant's always running to them, man.
Fucking tattletale.
Man,
bitch.
you know what they said about you this week?
Yeah.
I remember it was like a regular thing to talk about Leon. You remember that for a while?
Yeah. Oh no.
It was like
we're doing it right now.
Everybody thought we had a rag on Leon like segment. It was just like, nah, man.
It makes it too easy. I'm sorry. Shit.
Can't help it. I got stories.
Arrest me. Yeah.
He's got stories about me too.
No
you know?
shit. Yeah.
But Grant's always like tugging at his leg.
Yeah.
Leon. They were talking about you again.
Oh really?
What they say this time? And then he's always like, I'm not gonna listen. And he ends up listening anyway. Like, man, why you say that shit about me?
You see his comment. You guys owe me a check for that show. He's talking like Silver Surfer right now.
I know why you got to be talking about me on that show, man. Why else say about me?
Yeah. What else is funny? I'm old. You talk about that too? Oh, that never gets old.
Always fucking with.
No pun intended.
Silver Surfer like,
always fucking with me and Thor, man. Always fucking with me and Thor.
Man, you know what? Speaking of hip hop and rap artists, one of my favorites died. You hear about this guy?
No.
Guru of Gangstar.
Okay, I've heard of Gangstar, but okay, Guru was part of that. Was it like a group or something, or what?
Yeah, Gangstar was a group. It was him and DJ Premier, which is one of my favorite DJs, and they did one of my favorite songs that has one of my favorite lines on a rap song, which is "Lemonade was a popular drink and it still is. Got more prompts and stunts than Bruce Willis." But I really like the part where it's I said prompts. Got more props and stunts than Bruce Willis.
fucking up
the song. Was doing this man's memory bad. No, but I love that line. Lemonade was a popular drink and it still is. It was at the top of my page for a long time.
I was about to say, I was like, why does it sound familiar?
It was from a song that they did called Dwick, but they did a lot of songs, and Guru died of cancer on the 19th of April.
No shit.
Yeah.
How old was he?
Now there were, and I knew this because I knew. Right now, I'm working with a guy that actually. Now this is what he says. He toured with Guru for a while as his road manager. Him and this other guy named Solar.
Yeah.
I don't think him and Solar got along too well, but it was first listed that Guru was born in I think 67, 68. And this one makes me think of whatever this friend of mine says about Guru, it might be true, because he said, I said, yeah, man, he was like, this age when he died. And he's like, no. He said I saw his passport. He was older than that. He was born in 61.
Oh, okay.
And I said, that would make him. And he's like, yes. And he's like, I don't know. Maybe he changed his name on his birth certificate or his date on his. I don't know.
Yeah,
but he said, "I'm telling you what I saw and what I know."
He has one of those Facebook birthdays.
Yeah, exactly. He changes that shit.
Yeah.
And I went and the day that I saw when he died, it was listed under 67 or 68.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the page now. It's gone back to 61. So somebody came in and set that shit straight. Yeah. So, but anyway, God. Guru, yeah, he was one of those guys who was trying to always do something different. And Gangstar was never like heavy. Like you think it's because it's called Gangstar that, and I think the way it was spelled was like, gang Gangstarr is the way I believe it was. And it was 2 words.
Okay.
And so, but they weren't hard or anything. They weren't tough or anything like that. It was all kind of mellow.
They were no DMX.
No, nothing like that. No, it was real jazzy, mellow, fun rap a lot. Rap a lot. That's a rap label. It was a lot of cool. It was just. It wasn't that thug image. Is what I'm trying to say. Now.
When you say fun rap, like we talking like Will
that's why I don't want to say fun rap.
Don't
let me say fun. Don't because when I say fun, I just meant like it was like
rap,
party,
yeah. Party rap. Okay.
Yeah. It was like not even that. I mean, it was almost like had a message. It went between him just representing like jazz and old influences on hip hop, and also, kind of I want to say I just trying to avoid using conscious rap. Right. Because a lot of it wasn't that thug image either.
Right. Okay.
It was just real mellow, cool rap, man. It was cool hip hop, and the thing is, he was always trying to do something different. As he got older, like he really did embrace the jazz side of things that he was doing when he did his series called Jazzmatazz. I have
Jazzmatazz. I like that.
It's good, man.
Okay, that's the name.
Yeah, it's really good. I have 2 of those.
Okay.
And he was working with a lot of people. He was working with jazz artists. He was working with old R&B people, because I know he worked with Shaka Khan on the second Jazzmatazz.
Shaka Khan?
Yeah, he worked. Okay,
I gotta get this. Jazzmatazz with Shaka Khan.
With Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Let me love you, Shaka Khan. And then he also worked with the French, another guy named Solar. With 2 A's, MC Solar on the first Jazzmatazz. So he was trying to embrace like worldwide hip hop too. Right. That guy was French, MC Solar, and like I said, he was working with jazz artists, and that's what he really prided himself on, is working with just a lot of different eclectic musicians and sounds. I think that went on for like 4 albums. And DJ Premier, as I say, was one of my favorite DJs. I think that guy's from Texas, but really associated himself with New York. When he moved to New York to be a DJ, and him and Guru had it out. So they
had it out as far as what they had of.
No, I don't know. I'm sure somebody knows, but I was asking around. Nobody. When Guru died, he put in his will, I want Solar to have all control over what I leave behind.
Yeah.
his family will be taking care of my son and everything. But he's like, as for DJ Premier, I don't want him to have shit.
He can go
pretty much
he can go fuck himself.
He can go fuck himself.
Yeah.
Thank you. But this guy DJ Premier has never said anything bad about him. I don't know what happened with them. Anyway, anybody who knows Guru knows that he was actually a major influence on hip hop, and he died of cancer, and I think it was lung cancer. He also had been in a coma for a while. He came out.
Shit.
It's just sad because the guy he had to write down his goodbye because he knew he was going to die.
Right.
And it was, and I told a story a while back where I was in a club. I was walking out, and this rapper was walking in. The rapper happened to be Guru. I'm not going to even try to pretend, to keep you hanging. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at this point. Guru was going upstairs, and I was walking down, and I looked up, and I was like, I love Guru, and I was like, oh shit, Ru, man. Hey, man, I said, I love your shit, man. I got all of your stuff, man. Well, not all, at the time you said it, but I have all of it. But I had like a lot of his jazz materials. Man, I love what you do with the jazz thing and all that kind of stuff. And he was just like, man, yeah. And I was just, and I don't know if I told this, I yelled out. That's right. Yeah. At the time, I'm like, well, fuck you, nigga. Then,
I ain't got time for you.
I yelled that out. I mean, I felt bad too, because I shouldn't have like got that clownish out in public, but I just yelled out. I was walking out, fuck you, nigga. And I was walking out. And
you said, wait, you actually said that?
Yeah, I did. And I was walking out, and then he actually came back downstairs. I was like, oh shit, it's on now. But he came up and he was just like,
you.
I know, what the fuck you say? Oh, I'm sorry. I said, I love Tigger.
What'd you say?
Winnie the Pooh was great. I said, I love Tigger.
Yeah, that's right, bro. Get on your knees.
Oh God.
No, he came down. He said, hey, yo, man, thanks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sorry. And
for me calling you.
Yeah, I know. And he was nice, man. He was real nice about it. And if you ask anybody,
you gave him a dose of reality. Is that what you did?
I feel like I did.
Yeah.
I feel like, honestly, I did.
You can't treat your fans like that.
I know. I feel
especially with somebody who's bought all your shit.
Man.
Well, not all of it, but
not all of it, but bought like a couple of things.
Right.
Somebody else did me like that, man. Prince Paul.
No shit.
Yeah, MC Prince Paul.
I don't think. Oh, I know who that is.
You know who Prince Paul is? Yeah.
I have like a couple of his CDs.
I mean, not but DJ Prince Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old school. He worked back in the day when De La Soul was first premiering and shit. And
wait, maybe I'm thinking about somebody else now.
Maybe you are, but
okay.
Anyway, I went to Prince Paul, Handsome Boy Modeling School.
That's who I'm thinking about. Yeah. That guy.
But he's been around for a long time.
Oh, okay. I had no idea he's been around. Okay, I know
he's
exactly.
from the 80s, man. He's been around
I have his shit. Yeah,
for years, and so I went to see him. Like spin a set at the same place I saw Guru. I don't know something about this place that make rappers and DJs assholes.
Yeah.
But I went to him and I said, man, I said something like he was just walking around. He looked like he didn't mind mingling with people. He was just out in the open.
Right.
And I said, wow, Prince Paul, man. I said, I've been listening to you since I was a kid. And he was just like, how you think that makes me feel? He just walked off.
Oh shit!
And I was just like,
yeah.
I just said, don't do it, man.
Thanks for telling me I'm old.
Yeah, he felt. Yeah, I was like, he really felt like, well, what the fuck are you doing here? And the thing is,
thanks a lot.
And the thing is, I think he's a great DJ. I mean, I love Handsome Boy Modeling School. Him and Dan the Automator.
Oh yeah,
I love that. I wish they'd make another one, but
no, I love
But the set that he spun that night, it really was like somebody just putting on different records at a party.
Oh, see,
I was like, man, really?
Sucks. Yeah,
this is
you're just phoning it in.
Yeah. I said, now I went to go see some electronic shows where guys are spinning and they put on a fucking show.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you get to see them do all the turntablism and shit. Like somebody asked me if I had seen this guy named Deadmau5. This guy, Deadmau5, comes out in front of, thousands of people, has a light show going on, and comes out with a mouse mask on. He has a mouse head, with two X's for eyes and shit. And he's spinning. I mean, guys put on a show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, same. The same thing for DJ Shadow. He puts on an incredible fucking visual show. With his music, which is incredible enough. You almost don't even need it. But there's a lot of times where I just won't see DJ X because I'm like, well, what the hell are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Besides just hang out there and
I'm sitting up here looking at a guy with a cigarette hanging halfway out his mouth, just putting on another record after another. I'm like, man, please.
Yeah, I know. It's like, are you great? You're justifying the reason why I don't come out to these.
Yeah, like, are you for real?
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ. But I still love the guy. Just like it's
Right.
just funny, but
It
I
happens.
was thinking about that. I was like, man, that's the last thing. That's like my last memory of Guru with him,
I
me
know.
yelling at him and him coming down and having to apologize.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's that, but that's cool though.
It is
So-
cool because I mean, hey, at least he came back down and said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot. I shouldn't act like this all the time."
And really, I think sometimes people need that. I mean, I have not been to I guess I can't say I really have had the level of success that like some of these musicians have, where they have, just all around the world putting on shows all the time. So I don't know when that gets on your nerves or not.
Oh yeah. Who knows? I mean, and I'm sure he probably would have if you had a nice pair of tits. I mean, I'm sure Prince Paul would have loved talking to you.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But great. Another ninja remind me how old I am. Great.
Yeah, no, I have a couple of Gangstar's albums, Step Into the Arena. And,
Yeah.
No One Missed Nice Guy. I mean, so Guru, I actually that day when I heard it, I really was like, wow, oh man. No, I didn't even make a joke or anything. I was just, I felt like it's one of those guys where you feel like, man, they've been such a influence either on your career, your person, or your taste in music.
Right.
And he was like one of those guys who really had some of my favorite music and hip hop. And I was just like,
shit.
I felt like a tear coming on.
Pussy.
Well, you read that letter, it's different with somebody who's old and they die.
No, yeah, that's
But
that's
when you read somebody's letter and they're telling you like, I'm about to pass. I'm about to
Yeah.
die. So I had to say my last thank you to all my fans. And I was just like, wow, that's pretty.
I can tell you.
I'm speechless with that. What kind of words can you put to that?
I can tell you who's not feeling like you do. That guy who's
DJ
pissed off at. Yeah.
Oh, Prince Paul.
Yeah, you go fuck him. No. The guy who you're talking about, the guy who
Oh,
wrote
DJ
that letter.
Premier?
DJ Premier.
Oh, yeah.
When he read that letter, he's like, DJ Premier, you can go fuck yourself. It should have been you. It should have been you, bitch. It should have been you in this grave, not
Why me?
motherfucker. Yeah.
And if I had a chance to take you with me, bitch, I would.
Yeah. And by the way, I fucked your girl. Yeah.
And there's all kinds of stories going on.
But you know what though, as far as going up to DJs and just trying to give them props, you need to do that with somebody who's up and coming who actually appreciates that, because that's what I did with Elijah Wood one year during South by Southwest, where he went up and he did his there was a DJ performing and he's like, I'm gonna bring up to the stage Elijah Wood, who's gonna play some of his music. So Elijah Woods gets up there, like basically just plugs in his iPod, and then he starts like, I don't know what he was doing, but he was pretending like he was like mixing some shit, and I was just like, what the hell? It's like, this is mixing now. It's like you're just plugging your iPod and push play.
You know what? It'd be fun. Somebody went up there and looked at the turntables.
Yeah.
There's no records up here.
What the fuck is this? But anyway, he was playing, and then he came back down. And he started to get mobbed, and I brushed right by him, and I'm like, hey man, I love your shit, dude. And he was like, really? You do? You like it? And I was like, for a second I want to go, no.
Yeah, no. You should have got up and said, hey man, I love your iPod mix.
Yeah, I know.
What's that under Hobbit Rock?
Yeah, Hobbit Rock. You know them Hobbit fat beats.
Yeah. Hobbit Beats.
Yeah.
He's talking about an album, Furry Feats and Hobbit Beats.
Yeah. But no, man, that guy was so happy that, somebody said something nice about his music. And he's like, oh, thanks a lot, dude.
And he already has those big fucking eyes.
Oh, no, yeah.
His eyes got bigger.
Dude, his eyes lit up.
He looked like a Mogwai.
This guy was like surrounded by like hot chicks and people just trying to like just touch him. And yeah, when I told him that, he fucking lit up like a fucking firecracker. But I was like, all right, man, I'll see you later. You people call my people.
Yeah,
right, man, see you, brother.
We'll schedule a lunch.
Yeah.
All right.
Get away from me. Remember, I think during the awards we were talking about the guy who plays Dexter, Michael.
Is he in remission?
Michael Hall.
Yeah.
Apparently he's cancer free now. So
what is it about?
Yeah.
What is it about like celebrities, like A-list celebrities that are like, when they get cancer, they can cure that shit.
Because they got money to cure that shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They say ain't no cure for cancer.
No.
The cure is money.
Yeah, I know.
Shit, apparently, multi-millions of dollars is the cure for cancer.
I don't know which doctor they found to just get rid of that. Because I was curious. I was like, so what? Did he never have it? I don't get it, because all I read was he's cancer free now. So either they cured it or it resided. I don't know what's going on, but he no longer has it. So
you're always hearing about these people, unless they're like old. Mm-hmm. They're always in remission. Cancer's gone. Excuse me, gone. What about, what's going on
Yeah.
with fucking people always people who ain't got money are like smaller celebrities who die from this shit.
Yeah.
Guru. Guru probably didn't have the money that
No.
Michael C. Hall had, or Michael Hall, whatever his name is.
Yeah. mhm.
That motherfucker died quick.
Yeah, I know. And,
Had to write his note and say, look, I can't fix it. I'm gone.
Look at what Magic Johnson.
That's just what I was talking about, man. I was looking him up right now.
Remember when he had AIDS? It's like
Yeah, motherfucker.
all I thought was like, oh,
He's got
man.
HIV.
Yeah.
And he's like stronger than some healthy people.
Yeah.
Like what doctor did you buy? What secret miracle cure? I'm telling you, man,
yeah.
they got a fucking cure somewhere that they just saved it for people who have multi-millions of dollars. If you got like $10 million,
Yeah.
cured. You
Yeah.
got it. And they tell you too, like, Magic Johnson, look, now this shit right here, one shot, gonna knock it out. Boom, you ain't gonna have it no more. But just act like you got it so we can keep the demand
No
up, you know?
shit, right?
We don't want to
Yeah.
let people know there's a cure.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I always thought, I'm sure somewhere out there probably is a cure, but why just put out the cure out there so anyone can get? Why not make them, make them work for it?
Yeah,
And
they're
by,
like
by
saying-
giving them a bunch of other shit that they can pay for.
Why? Now this is my thinking, but they're thinking like, why should I let this African person right here who has AIDS, who's just gonna go back and be a prostitute again, and lend nothing to society really?
That's racist thinking, Corey.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not thinking that, but I'm saying something. I mean, and it's not just racist.
Yeah.
I mean, I even
Right,
saying
right.
like, it can be anybody. Like, why should I let this person
Right.
who's doing nothing? Why should I let this piece of trailer park trash here, this prostitute, this guy right here who's lazy, who's this bum, this slacker? Why should they get this cure? They're not gonna do a goddamn thing to contribute to society.
Exactly. Yeah. They're not going to make space travel possible.
Yeah. The world is overpopulated as it is.
Yeah,
with
right.
these kind of people. Now save that shit for the primo people out there. I'm not saying that's the right way of thinking.
No.
I'm not.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying
No.
I'm wondering if there is some conspiracy behind it.
I always think about
That
that
says
too.
that.
I'm like, hey, all these guys who are suffering when that, hey, don't sell them the good shit. Sell them, give them some fucking Flintstone vitamins. Tell them to eat that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you ask me, if I'm not, my eyes might be playing tricks on me, but I believe that when Magic Johnson got HIV, he looked like he became stronger.
He did.
He got a little more muscular.
Corey, I'm so happy for you on this day. I need to mark this day down because finally you're entering my world. Now, if you think that's crazy, man, I just found out about this UFO case.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Let's take it one step at a time.
You gotta
all right?
listen to this.
This is another drowned up dead sloth on the beach, and you thinking it's an alien thing.
They found this creature that looked like half dog, half duck. And I'm telling you, man, there's something crazy going on.
Called a platypus.
And I'm scared. Government's hiding it from you and me, Corey. They lie like dirty bitches.
I mean, that was back in '91 when that fool announced he had HIV.
I know. And that was a sad day.
2010.
You might as well announce back then that he was dying because that's how people treated it. Everyone.
Yeah.
I remember everyone being bummed out about that. Like, oh fuck.
There were rumors going around of like what he did to probably catch HIV. I remember somebody said, I mean, there were all kind of rumors like he probably did a few men. There was another thing that said he used to ask. Now this I can believe. He had a lot of women.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
They say he used to order a rainbow where it'd be like a black, a Mexican, and a Chinese.
Oh shit.
I think somebody even got a Martian for him somewhere one time.
Damn. I need one of those.
Magic Johnson, shit, he can fight AIDS. He can get an alien. He just tells a pimp, I want to fuck an alien. I got $10 million. I want to fuck a Martian.
Hey, you know what? That's worth getting AIDS for. Just to say that you
How
did it.
many people can say they did that?
Right.
Hey, if you died to fucking an alien, it's like,
no.
hey.
Put that on my headstone. I fucked an alien. You know what? I lived life, all right?
I can go now.
I lived life to the fullest.
Really?
I did just about everything you could do in this life, and I'm done.
Exactly. Climbing Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Nope. Doesn't compete to fucking an alien. No.
Not at all. Not the way I fucked her.
Yeah, exactly. Not the way I did it. That alien got that ship and flew back. It was like, get me the fuck out of here. Let me see. Find a cure for cancer. Not like fucking alien. And by the way, they already had that cure if you have $10 million. So scratch that off the list.
Yeah. That's no biggie no more.
I ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
I'm gone. I got alien HIV. Who cares? I'm good.
That's small fries.
All right, man. You know what?
God.
We said we're going to get into some stuff about the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
I mean, I know.
What hour are we into right
Man, it's long.
All I thought about, I was like, oh shit, we're not even going to get to anything we brought up today.
I know we pushed it so long,
which is fine. Hey, I fucking love what we've been talking about.
No, hey, we'll get into it. You know, we'll because
I don't care. That's all I'm saying. Hey,
well, you know what? We promised something.
Yeah, we should. We promise a lot of things, Corey,
and we don't deliver. You know, people. Promises were meant to be broken.
They're used to it.
But we got to get into one part. Of it.
No,
one part we're talking about.
Oh fuck yeah, fuck.
But we'll talk about some things real quick because one of the things that we were talking about that's a big throwback to the '80s is some movie stuff.
Yeah,
a couple of movies that are coming out.
Right
now, well, I don't know if they're coming out. One movie's coming out. One movie's still in production. So they're gonna make a prequel to Alien.
Right.
And what they're going to do is now in Alien, if you remember, everybody calls it the space jockey. Right. They walk into this chamber of this derelict ship. And in this chamber are all these eggs, and everybody remembers that. But in the middle of all these eggs, there's this huge humanoid looking thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of encased with looks like a gun or a telescope or something.
Yeah, it looks like it's looking at it. It looks like a huge telescope, and it's like it's a part of this chair.
And Alien actually came out in like 79, I think. Aliens came out in 86, 85, something like that. But so I guess Alien doesn't really count as 80s, except that it was right on the cusp of the 80s.
Came in on VHS in the 80s.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey. See? Well, I told you we would bring it back.
Always saving your ass.
Thank you. But so everybody remembers Alien.
Right.
I mean, that is one of those movies is considered to be one of the best science fiction movies of all time, one of the scariest movies of all time, one of the most influential movies as far as design goes of all time. It's a movie that just got it right.
It was like the first movie where, the ship itself looked used. I mean, instead of always like, you know, a lot of sci-fi films before then, a lot of the ships were always clean and just sterile.
Well, that's what we talked about.
Yeah.
They brought blue collar to space.
Right.
Like before, you're right. We would always see these guys in these nice slick suits and
Flash Gordon ships,
clean sci-fi. No, these guys were truck drivers in space almost, or factory workers in space. Miners in space, whatever you want to call it. They wore the same clothes that people wear today almost. They were sweaty. They did hard labor up there. I mean, it was that's what made space ain't no work for a man.
Ain't no real 9 to 5 job.
But I like the fact that there's so many things that were done in this movie so right, like making us believe that these people were believable by making them look like average workers. But the thing is, they always had that one mystery, and that's one of the things everybody loved about the movie. Like, there was a lot of mystery. Where did this alien come from? What is the cycle of it? Why is it doing the things that it's doing? Like putting a chest burster and like impregnating people in the alien, having to burst out of the stomach. Why is it when it meets people, it cocoons them and like it makes them rot away? It was so many things that they didn't answer, and that was great. I love that. But one of the biggest things is because you kind of figure these other things out on your own.
Right.
But the biggest mystery was that space jockey.
Right.
What was that?
Yeah, was that like where I mean, all I thought watching that scene was, okay, what is this race and where are they taking these eggs to?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was like, maybe it was some kind of like crazy transport that was taking them to another planet. Probably from their home planet, who knows? But it always raised questions, and it's so much that I think I never read the comic book, but I remember seeing a comic book with those space jockey aliens, and there was a panel that showed those eggs like on display, like at a grocery store. Almost with these space jockeys where they were going by with like this huge cart and they were taking these alien eggs and it was like eggs at a produce store. I mean, and I don't know what this comic was, but I was like, okay, that's kind of an interesting but kind of goofy concept of what those space jockeys were. It was just like
somebody
food produce coming through. But yeah, if anybody knows that comic, if anybody knows what that comic book was, because it's out there. I saw it with these two green eyes. I would love to know what that comic book is called. But I mean, everyone was always curious about that space jockey. And
everybody was curious about that space jockey, and when you first saw it, you're like, is that some sort of statue or structure? And then they got on top of it, and the guy. Dallas, I forgot who's the guy that played him.
Tom Skerritt.
Skerritt.
Yeah.
got on top of it, and he's like, "There's some sort of hole in the chest, some cavity in the chest, like something came out of it,
exploded from the inside
yeah.
out."
Now, all that said, good news about the movie. Ridley Scott, if it's going on, is involved in it.
Yeah, he's been now. It is going on because he's actually with the talk of the Monopoly movie that he's doing, which is ridiculous. Which it's Ridley Scott. I'm curious what the fuck he's gonna do, but he's been talking more to the press about this Alien movie more than the Monopoly movie, and it's obviously the one thing the media seems to be giving a shit about right now. Yeah. And he said that, he has people writing the script right now. It's going to be a prequel, and that it's going to revolve around the mystery of the space jockey.
It's going to be in 3D.
Yeah. And today, it came out that, he wants to, now, not only is it going to be a prequel, but he wants to make it a 2-part movie. Yeah. And he wants it to be in 3D, which I was kind of like, I hope this is a joke. I hope tomorrow he's like, oh, that 3D shit was a joke. Okay,
Ridley Scott.
Yeah, hey, I'm a jokester, right? I love fucking with you media guys.
Well, here's the thing. All that sounds good news, even the 3D part, whatever.
If they use the 3D cameras, I won't mind, as long as they're using the 3D cameras, not the bullshit they're doing right now with every fucking.
Well, they do it like in post and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but my biggest, not concern. My biggest curiosity is how are they going to if that space jockey is huge, so it's not like it's not human,
right?
It's a giant alien to us.
Yeah.
So is this going to be a movie totally about aliens? There's not going to be any humans in it.
No, that's the unfortunate part, because he did say that there's going to be a female character. They're going to be dealing also with the company Wayland. As far as there is going to be a female lead in it, and the company's going to be represented in the film by somebody, probably not Lance Henriksen, who was in the Alien vs Predator movie, who was Wayland, the actual guy who formed the company. But they did say they're going to talk about that too. They're going to talk about the company and the space jockey. I don't know how they're going to do that. And when I read that, I was like, okay, because there's no way a studio, regardless of who you are, is just going to let you make a fucking, Discovery Channel or Animal Planet, movie.
It's all, just about
alien and no
and
one's
it's all subtitled to the whole thing. And
exactly. Which would be fucking great. I wish somebody did have the fucking balls to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was saying that when they were talking about Aliens vs Predator, as much as I knew that they had to get a cast, and I was like, I would love to see an Aliens vs Predator film with these predators doing their thing, taking these aliens out to another planet, and with these aliens impregnating, and you just see a big hunt, and it could be like a fucking Discovery Channel, episode just in space with special effects, and of course that didn't happen.
Of course,
I did read though that Ridley Scott, he is going to talk to. He very much wants H.R. Geiger to be a part of the alien design, to where they're going to go back and look at earlier designs that they had, because they want these aliens not to look so much like the ones that we're familiar with, only because Ridley's just like, that image has kind of been ruined already by those Alien vs Predator movies.
He's tired of that shit too.
Yeah, he's tired of it, and they're just not scary. And he wants to collaborate with H.R. Geiger again and come up with a new form of the alien. And he said that can happen because, we know what an alien looks like coming from a human.
From a human, yeah.
So we don't know what they look like coming from these space jockey looking creatures. So maybe that'll be somewhat interesting. And I even think I think he talked about what I read. It sounded like the space hugger may be a little different too. Probably
hugger,
not. The face hugger. Maybe that'll be a little bit different, but not too much. But,
so the only reason why I'm so happy to hear this is because Ridley Scott is getting involved. He was part of the original.
Yeah.
He admits that he's tired of all this other shit, and like I said, anything after Aliens does not exist to me at all. And I'm glad to see them going back and making this a prequel. I can watch a trilogy now. Let's just say that the first one's good. I can watch somewhat of a trilogy or a quadrilogy, whatever you call it, because it's going to be in 2 parts.
Right.
And take that as a whole story.
Yeah.
And have it end.
Yeah.
At Aliens. And I'm excited.
You know what? My fantasy would be for these 2 movies that he plans on to do to be a huge success, so much that James Cameron is like, you know what? I think I have one more alien story in me to tell. Maybe it could be like the end chapter of my movie, to where Ripley and Hicks and Newt, they come out of hypersleep but they don't
Yeah.
even address the other movies.
Yeah.
And maybe one of those aliens was on board the ship. And James Cameron, whatever story that is, hopefully if he has one, because I know he has one in him, because he did say to 20th Century Fox at one time, him and Ridley Scott, that they would like to do something with aliens as long as they don't go along with the Aliens vs. Predator project. He said, we have these ideas, we want to tell you about them, but the only thing that we're bringing to the table is that, you know, if we're going to do this, we don't want you to do Aliens vs. Predator, period.
Yeah,
So.
and I'm completely for that, man.
Yeah.
Look, there are very few things that I would sit in a theater and watch all day and do a marathon with.
Yeah.
But if they had an all day, all night marathon of these aliens movies,
Oh, yeah.
I
The good
would do
ones.
it. Yeah, the good ones.
The good
I would do it. I would
Yes.
watch all those movies.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
No, I'm talking about let's just say that the first one. I mean, I'm sorry, not the first one, but the prequels are great.
Yeah.
And then they
Play
show
Alien.
these other two and
then
aliens, and I would
yeah.
sit there all day and
Oh,
watch
yeah.
that and have no problem with
Fuck
it.
yeah, I'm with you.
But
I'm just
man.
praying it's gonna be good. I'm praying. I'm praying to Galactus every night. Yeah.
And speaking of movies from the 80s, they remade Piranha.
Yes, I saw that today.
You showed me the trailer
I
for it.
showed you. Yeah, I was like, I got fucking pumped when I saw that shit.
It looks cheesy, but it looks like they know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now, have you?
looks
Okay,
great.
so if you don't remember Piranha People, and then they had speaking of James Cameron, he did
the sequel. He directed the sequel.
the one with the flying piranhas.
Yeah, but his name was taken off. He was apparently upset or something, and
Yeah,
he told them to take his name off it.
I love this whole thing about piranhas, man. When I was a kid, I was fascinated with piranhas.
Oh yeah,
Because
me too.
A fish that could like tear your ass up. A fish.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a shark,
Yeah.
just a little tiny fish, and they hunt in packs. I was like, fuck, man.
Eat you down to the bone.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine, like, okay, a shark. I mean, nobody wants to be eaten alive by a shark, but a shark would just chomp your ass down and
Yeah.
you'll be gone.
It'll be over quick.
Yeah, it'll be over
Yeah.
quick. Can you imagine being eaten alive by a bunch of little fish just
fuck,
gnawed
no.
down? It's like,
No.
fuck. And from what I understand, I heard like those rumors are a little exaggerated, how they will eat you, how they can just eat you like down to the bone a minute or something like that.
Well, at least you know what I saw a show where they had a string with a chicken, not a live one, but just a chicken, and they put it down into the water where these piranhas were, and they lifted it up. That shit was down to the bone. So,
Okay, well then,
yeah,
maybe, you
but
know.
I mean, now I'm sure as far as a person, probably not so much, because I think that the few piranha attacks that I've heard of, that they just don't like what we taste like or something. So it's not as crazy.
I've heard like they like cows would walk to the water and the cow would just walk out of the water and the legs would be bone. Like the cow don't even know that his legs are gone yet. They eat him so fast. You know?
They walk out like Ray Harryhausen. Stop motion. Yeah. Cow look down.
and then fall, like, what the fuck? I got bones for legs. You know?
When their bones crash, it sounds like xylophone.
But this man, okay, it looks cheesy, all right?
Yeah.
It's spring break, and all the kids are out there, and you can tell, okay, this is like a slasher movie already,
Right.
except with killer fish. But then they start showing people in the movie who, because when I was watching it, I was like, man, they got Richard Dreyfuss in here looking like his character from Jaws.
Yes.
They got Christopher Lloyd.
Hooper. He's looking like Hooper, and Christopher Lloyd is like telling you about the piranha. I was like, Marty. I was waiting for him to scream Marty out, and he's like, I felt like I already saw the ending of this movie when I saw him. He's like, yeah, Marty, give me that wire. I need 121 gigawatts.
Marty, come on.
Marty,
We gotta go to the future.
The piranhas are coming.
What's wrong with this? It's not you. It's the fish.
Yeah, that's the only way to stop them. 121 gigawatts.
But yeah, man. So I'm looking at all the Jerry O'Connell's in this, and then they have Ving Rhames is in this.
Rhames.
I love it, but you know what? Ving Rhames, he made me mad though,
Dude,
Ving
I
Rhames.
know what you're gonna say.
Well, okay, Ving Rhames was in Dawn of the Dead. Couple flaws in that movie, but I love it. And then I saw him in the trailer for Day of the Dead, the remake, and I thought I just saw a teaser. I didn't know how bad the movie looked, and I was like, oh shit, they made a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, and they got Ving Rhames to come back and play his character. It's like totally different zombie movie, totally shitty zombie movie. He's a totally different character.
I think it's the worst zombie movie ever made.
So I'm just like,
But
this.
yeah,
this
I was
dude,
pissed off.
Yeah.
I wanted to punch somebody, and I wanted.
And you're like, I can't punch him
I
'cause he'll
can't
beat my
punch him
ass.
because- Yeah, but I was like, God damn it, dude! You're on like one of the greatest zombie movies to come out in the longest time, and then you also managed to find time to be in the shittiest one one ever created.
Yeah. God damn it. Oh, your boy Eli Roth is in here too. I told you that was him.
I know. When I saw it, I was in denial. I was in Eli denial. I was like, no.
You tried to say that was anybody else but him.
Yeah.
What name did you give me?
No. Who did I say? Joe Rogan.
You said Joe Rogan. I was like, that's Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I said, no, Eli Roth. You're like,
no.
You're like, that's David Lee Roth. That ain't Eli Roth. No, man, Eli Roth.
Yeah.
Well, I know what you're thinking. I hope he gets eaten in this.
Oh, fuck. I hope his fucking nuts get eaten off. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck that guy.
You know what? I don't know. Should I play the trailer for people?
Fuck it. Yeah, go
and fucking play the trailer. Okay, here's what I'm thinking about this film. It looked terrible at first, like for a second.
Yeah.
And then it looked like, oh, they have a sense of humor about this.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be cool. And then I saw something else, but I'll tell you about that after we watch the trailer here. I make it sound like I'm going right to the trailer. I haven't even pulled this shit up yet. I will be right back after this trailer.
But it is crazy, though, seeing Richard Dreyfuss in it, man. Dressed up like Hoopa.
3D has taken audiences from the vastness of nature to the ocean's depths. But this spring, it will take you to a place unlike any other.
Spring break time.
All right, Lake Victoria, let's hear it.
There goes your man right there.
God, that fuck.
Let's see if this thing is. Okay, he's picking it up. You Eli Roth. See, now here's the part where he's like, they playing. See, I hate that music already.
Yeah.
They show all these girls in bikinis and shit dancing around. I'm like, man, this is none but a fucking Friday the 13th movie with fish.
Yeah.
But then we get into the good shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they got this bitch on an inner tube. They take a chunk out of her ass. Ooh. Now, see, this is what makes me laugh. It's like in these kind of movies, physics, they just they just look past that just to make it scary. Like, these are fish,
Right.
all right, little fish, and these fish are like pulling this bitch down this inner tube, like they got arms, like they grabbing her ass and pulling her down. It's like, what kind of fish is like strong enough to like grab her by the ass and pull her down like that little? I guess a mega piranha.
Jimmy the piranha. He's
Jimmy
strong.
the
He's
piranha.
been working out.
He was been working out.
Been working out my teeth. Been working out my jawbone. Eat this bitch good. Take a chunk out of her ass.
What's going on over there?
Whatever you do not go into the water.
Yeah, she's so nervous. They're like, what are you doing? Go into the water. You hear that shit? She's talking Spanish almost.
The water.
She's talking African. Backswada.
Sound like goddamn chipmunk.
The water.
Was that a Jawas?
Okay, I'm trying to get it back a little further. It keeps coming back to that part.
Utini.
Yeah, she's talking Ewok. Engunda.
The water.
Oh, damn it. How come I keep going back to that, man? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to do this on purpose.
What's going on over there?
Whatever you do not go into the water.
See, they just show Richard Dreyfuss looking like he got that.
He looked like Hooper.
He's
He's wearing the same hat and everything.
The hat and everything.
Yeah.
There's something in the water.
Piranha hunt in packs.
Artie.
Draws blood.
See, that's Christopher Lloyd right there. You can tell it's him because he's always sounding nervous and out of breath.
Oh,
piranha. He's always sounding like he just ran a mile or something.
Piranhas hunt in packs.
I almost wish it was like the character from. I wish it was Doc from Back to the Future, like just explaining this. Like these characters out of other movies just happen to be in this.
It might be kind of that same character. He's got that same hair and everything. It's not like he's like having an orgasm every time he's like,
piranhas hunt in packs. The first one draws blood to get the other. Oh God!
Pardon me, orgasm time.
They think he's attacked by fish, and they're like, "What's wrong with you, man? You hurt?" No,
I just busted a nut.
Draws the pack.
Big ass CG fish too. I mean, these fish are like nice, shiny CG.
They are.
Okay, like, see, look at this. This looks like they're showing all these piranhas in a pack,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what it looks like? It looks like a scene out of Ice Age.
Yeah.
they look like cartoon fish.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But for some reason, I want to see this.
I'm fucking down for seeing this. I mean, I was so pumped after I saw that. I'm like, I hope this shit comes out tomorrow. You know, I'd rather see that besides the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street that we have to watch tomorrow.
I know. I'm glad. Thank you. I'm so glad I'm not the only one who's not excited about this Nightmare on Elm Street.
No.
But man, okay, here's what really has me excited though. You know, I love gore.
Right.
You know, I don't like it when it's just gratuitous in
We all
movies. When you know, unless the movie just says, you know what, we're going to be gratuitously gory. Then yeah, pour it on.
Yeah.
But
As long as you're not Serbian film, yes.
Serbian film, oh, fuck that, man. Don't. I saw the trailer for that and I was just like, fuck this movie, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, look at this image from Piranha, man.
All right. Yeah, you were telling me about this.
Tore that bitch up, man.
Oh,
that was that chick that was on the inner tube.
shit.
Look at that. There's an image on Fangoria where they show like some of the effects from the movie. And wasn't that the chick on the inner tube?
Yeah. It looks like the same bikini, yeah.
Yeah. They show a scene in the movie where this chick is she's on an inner tube and gets pulled down. The one we were talking about where the piranhas pull her ass through the tube and then they show an image after that and she damn boy, they tore her ass up, man.
Yeah, they did. God damn.
Wow, that's like chunks of holes all on her. Look at that part near a crotch, man. They just went all up in there. Look at that.
Fuck. They ate that pussy up. That is crazy. I can't even make out. You know, it looks.
That's a face right there. You see?
Oh yeah.
Look, people listening to us like we're in an autopsy room or something. Now, if we
poking at the body.
Yeah, exactly. If you notice here, the piranha stabbed her with a knife, and then the other one came back here with a hammer and crowned her on the head.
Ate right through her vagina.
And came out of her butt.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
that's
no,
awesome.
this is that's what made me like, man, I got to see this. If they have effects like that in there, that's what I'm looking for.
It kind of looks like that dog half duck I was talking about. Oh
no, get out of here.
That's badass though, but you know you got to watch out with some of those Fangoria magazines because they will show you like the coolest shit. I mean, so I tried my best not to look at it because I'm like, okay, they're gonna show like all the cool shit from the movie. You know,
it's true, man. Sometimes they show you Sometimes Fangoria will show you the effects in bright light.
Yeah,
and then in the movie it'll be so dark that you can hardly see
can't see it. Yeah,
they did that with Halloween. Too. Yeah. The recent one I was like, wasn't crazy about the movie, wasn't looking forward to it, but I saw this picture of this guy. You couldn't tell if Michael killed him or if something else happened to him, but his face was mangled.
Yeah. And
it was like this real disturbing gory effect. And in the movie, that effect was used for a guy who was in a car crash, and
you don't see anything.
You don't see anything. And Michael had nothing to do with killing him. The guy hit the steering wheel or the windshield or something, and you barely see the effects that you saw.
Oh, that sucks.
On the internet, and it's like, man, that's lame.
That is lame. And you know, a lot of times it seems like that's how they sell those movies. Though they'll throw some shit like a Halloween movie. They'll throw it in Fangoria to get like the horror fans really pumped. And when you go see it, you're like, what the fuck? It's number one, it's dark. I can't see shit. And this is like a lame death scene. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not even going to show it. I feel sorry for those effects artists who like go out of their way to like put all that fucking detail. You think about the hours it takes to create something like that. And for their work not to get shown. Oh man.
Yeah, it was fucking lame, man.
Yeah.
And also, well, you know, there was one good kill in there that you saw for a brief moment the effects of. It was
head crushing.
Yeah. When Michael Myers came
Any
and
head crushing
stepping on that guy's
good.
Yeah. And then he brought the body in. And you saw the guy's face caved in. I was like,
which I was like, what is it? What's Michael Myers doing? Like fucking doing Halloween decorating? What the fuck? Like, hey, aren't you supposed to be going somewhere? you got lots of time to kill.
He didn't have nowhere to go.
Yeah, Halloween's coming up, dummy.
Okay, let's see here.
I hate that fucking movie, by the way.
That movie bothered me.
I was pissed. I was fucking screaming fucking top of my
it just didn't make any sense. I was like, really? He sees his mother on a silver horse and he's hardly wearing a mask. I mean, come on.
I wish I was there when you interviewed Rob Zombie because I would have grabbed him by the throat and go, what the fuck are you doing?
Would have crushed his head.
What are you doing? Yeah, and then crushed his head, and then fucking strung him up. Goddamn,
I probably
Christmas decoration.
Happy Halloween, and Merry Shitmas.
Yeah.
Man, I probably shouldn't say this. I probably shouldn't bring this up because I know
then
it's
don't.
gonna open up.
Bring it up.
I don't know. I know
Can't do that now.
I know.
Too late
No
now.
backing off now.
Yeah.
Even though I can edit it out, but
Yeah, that's true.
I know it's going to just be a lot of people have something to say, and I'm just saying this at just, I don't know, make conversation, because I'm not making a judgment here.
Yeah.
I'm reading right now that people are split on Iron Man 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't have to go too deep into it.
Okay.
I'm just curious how much of it is backlash, how much of it is true, and how much of it is correct. Because there's some people who say that the movies, you see, you can never tell these kind of things, and this is where tell people, I tell people all the time. People always say, "Man, I'll listen to you guys, whatever you say," and it's like, don't listen to us. You know, we do this for entertainment. Don't listen to any critics. Make up your own mind.
Yeah, make up your fucking own mind. Yeah.
You don't know if people are liking. Okay, in the case of Iron Man 2, you don't know if people are defending the film because they just wanted it that bad and saying that is good. You don't know if people are saying it's bad just because they want to hate on a successful film.
Right.
And everything in between, you can never tell.
Yeah.
It's just split, and I don't know. I will say this. Usually when a movie comes out and people are split like this, it is a sign that it's not as at the very least it's not as, I mean, at the very most it's not as good as the first one.
Okay, yeah. Well, I already told you earlier about what I think about that, and and a lot of it has to do with like a certain guy who does a site who really like. I was at a screening and he really pumped up the audience because he said he saw an early screening of Iron Man 2 and that he was like, Iron Man 1 is like down here and Iron Man 2 is way up over the stratosphere as far as greatness. And when you hear something like that, I mean, I was like, it's Iron Man 2, so I'm hoping that's true. I really do. I want that movie to be better. I want it to be like The Dark Knight. I want to give me another Dark Knight.
And that was one where, do you remember when The Dark Knight came out and you hardly read anything bad about it from preview screenings? Everybody came out and said, this is fucking God.
Yes.
This music, okay?
No, this is our new Messiah.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm not trying to hate on Iron Man. I'm not.
No.
It's like one of those movies where I'm going to go see it anyway. I'm going to make up my mind. And hey, look, I love Iron Man, but I'm not going to come out defending this movie because I love it. I'm going to come out. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. But if it's great, it's great. If it's not, I'll tell you. Yeah.
I'm going to say my own judgment. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody in the world.
Yeah.
If you know what, people, if I didn't like The Dark Knight and everybody in the world loved it, I just have to be that guy that's hated because I'm going to tell you if I liked it or not.
The only thing that sucks about hearing news like that and reading news like that is that now when I'm in the theater, every scene I'm going to be scrutinizing. I'm going to wait for them to drop the ball, and it sucks because I don't want to go in there with that mind frame. I mean, I want it to be good, but hearing like these mixed things, I'm going to be looking for. I'm like, okay, where does this movie start to go downhill? Or what are the highs?
You just got to
go
in.
That, though.
Yeah, you just got to.
That's why I almost wish I didn't read shit like that because I don't want to think that, but I will. I will think that.
But you got to go in and just say, I don't care what anybody else thinks.
No, I don't care. Yeah,
because I've had to do that with movies that are bad, that people want to be bad, and I've had to come out and say, okay, everybody hates it. I won't recommend you see it, but I'm not going to criticize the movie because you want me to. I don't think it's that bad.
Right.
I'm not going to say a movie I should love it because everybody else says that. I almost felt that way about Kick-Ass. I was very close to giving Kick-Ass a matinee, but I didn't because I really thought it served its purpose. But all those complaints people have about the girl, I agree with them.
Yeah.
I just thought I just don't think it's as big a deal as everybody says.
Right.
So I was close to like saying, well, I'm gonna go against the popular vote, but I was like, nah, the movie.
That genuinely like there, something,
it's not going to it's not going to hurt anybody. So with Iron Man, I'm going in with a clear mind too. I'm going into Iron Man thinking already like, I'm just gonna go and enjoy the movie. I cannot be afraid to say what I think I should say or what people think I should say.
Even though it is on after watching Iron Man 1. Yeah, it has a lot to live up to, especially after Iron Man, the first
It's
movie.
hard, yeah. But you know what? Like I said, they did it with Batman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
well, obviously, we're not getting the same, we're not getting the same reaction out of people who saw this movie that Dark Knight got. So, but well,
that's
we'll
the
wait and
thing.
see.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the only
Yeah.
thing I'm gauging it against, and I'm not going to hold that against the movie when I see it.
Right. I know that, hey, not every movie can be a Dark Knight. Not
And
at
there's
all.
any
Not
can, yeah.
every movie can be the fucking Godfather. So.
I'm just saying, when a movie's great, people will come in and say it's great. People won't hate on it just to hate on it.
No, you're right.
I do expect people to like have more of this mixed reaction when they see it. I expect the movie to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But you know what? Whatever.
From the trailer, yeah, I'm hoping that too. Even though I had to close my eyes because I heard the last trailer gives a lot away. So
You might be surprised. I don't know. I haven't seen the last. I might have seen that trailer. But man, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we're going to, oh, I don't know if we should talk about this because
Let's do it. Let's do this.
we still got the other thing to cover. We might save it to next week because we still got to read some emails.
Okay. Well then, yeah, if we can talk about it next week.
We'll talk that book we were talking about with the person that went crazy.
Oh yeah. No, we can save that for next week.
We'll save that for
let's
next
save
week.
that for next week because
'Cause
we can go on. We can go on a whole
that
nother hour. Yeah.
That one I know is opening up
Yeah.
a whole new kind of words.
Yeah.
But I do.
3 cans of worms.
You know, we were talking about that girl talking like a Ewok.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to play this. It has nothing to relate to anything except maybe if we want to force it, our 80s theme, which happened at the last like 30 minutes. You know?
No 80s theme tonight.
Damn, I wore these Vans for nothing.
I know.
I had this hot top fade ready, man.
I got my fat shoelaces on my
Your
head.
neon fat laces, yeah. I even pulled up my parachute pants and my Michael Jackson jacket for this. Damn. And we didn't do anything with it. But no.
Got my garbage pail kid.
But man, I remember a while back, we were talking about the Ewoks.
Uh-huh.
And I kept saying, man, there was this rapper from Grandmaster Flash called Duke Booty who did a rap for the Ewoks.
I remember you
and I was
saying
like,
that.
I can't find it. I didn't look deep enough. Turns out I did find it, but I just didn't go deep enough into the song. And somebody finally said, this is what you're looking for. Go to this minute in the video and you'll find it there.
Sweet.
And let me see where I put it. Oh, here it is.
There you go. I was
Because
like, lost again.
The Ewok song was done by a guy named Mako. Or Miko.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Well, turns out that song, if you go far enough, it does have the rapping Duke Booty in it. I think Duke Booty is spelled Bootee. Not this, you don't want to get sued by the real Mr. Booty.
Oh.
So, Booty.
That makes sense.
Yeah. We don't want to misunderstand it there. So I queued it up to the point where he starts rapping in this song, and it's because here's the deal: he's rapping in Ewok.
Nice.
This brother came from the streets of New York, and now it's in the pit rapping in Ewok.
Bad.
Like Ewoks have their own language, not only their own language, but their own language you can rap in.
Yeah. The universal language. Glad they're using the original Ewok celebration music and not the newly
Well, if you
revised
listen-
bullshit.
No, if you listen, they in the background they got a keyboard. Listen, you hear that? You're gonna hear that keyboard.
Yep.
Uh-oh, but wait a minute.
Uh-oh. It's not over?
Duke Booty. Sound like that restaurant we went to last week on the east side, Mexican food restaurant.
When they fucked up your order.
Yeah, when they messed them up. I should have ordered an Ewok. I would have got it right.
Are you sure that's not Wyclef?
Okay, here it comes. I love that he just. That's goddamn baby talk, man.
Are you sure that's not Cool Keith?
I know fucking 10 people at a mental home singing this same song.
I love how the video makes it like C-3PO is the one who's rapping.
It might be. They might have reprogrammed them.
Oh, shit.
To hippity hoppity. I'm Darth Vader. And you know what the sad thing is? This fool probably got paid nothing to make a fool out of himself like this.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
I would. You know what? We should have him at the spill party.
We should.
We should bring the spill party to
Doing
rap
this song.
and do this song.
He has to do this song at least 5 times.
In an Ewok costume.
Yeah. Oh, you see that Ewok? There you go. That Ewok went, oh!
I can't believe I got to listen to this shit.
Can't believe.
It is like C-3PO is rapping.
Hey, that rapper needs to dress up like C-3PO.
Like C-3PO.
Yes, because C-3PO
There's a hole
awesome.
where the face should be so you can see who he really is. R2-D2.
R2, I don't want to be in this shit.
don't put my name in this, man.
Hey,
keep your name out my keep my name out your mouth.
Hey, stop that recording, motherfucker.
I guess that's it. Oh, there they go. Oh. I like the way it's all cheerful and everything. They cut to Luke Skywalker looking at his father's body burning.
I was about to say, like, Luke's there about to cry like a bitch, burning his dad, and they got that fucking, and in the background you hear the Ewok music going on. Yeah.
It's almost like Luke Skywalker's about to turn around and be like, will y'all shut the fuck up?
Yeah, you not realize who this was?
Trying to grieve with my father here, you assholes.
We finally had a moment, now you're singing and shit.
Sorry. It'd be funny, Ewok just like stop talking. Ewok, hey, sorry, man. I'm bad.
What the fuck is this? You fucking Ewok American Idol? My father's dead.
All those Ewoks are like, hey, y'all, go ahead. Let him have some time by himself. You know, we'll sing tomorrow.
Yeah, isn't the X-Wing fighters creating fireworks enough for you?
Let him have some time to himself.
Nice. That's badass.
It's so wrong and so right at the same time. I don't know why. I love when he's like, Ibba Dubba Dolo, the Han Solo.
Just nonsense along with character names.
It is. That fool ain't doing no fucking Ewoks language. He's just talking, putting the name in there every now and then.
Maybe that was Sly doing that.
Sly for the family.
That would make more sense.
That sounds like one of Sly's interviews.
Yeah.
That's fucking Sly Stone.
God.
That's the Mike Douglas interview.
Yeah.
So Sly Stone, tell us about your latest album. What?
Perfect.
Anyway, man, no.
I love how things come full circle here.
I do. Yes, yes. We leave no stone unturned here.
No.
Leave nothing unconnected.
Yes.
All wires plugged in. Hey, man.
Oh my God.
So we got this. I'll tell you what it was, people. We were just talking right before the show. Me and co-host brought up a commercial for. I don't know what that is.
No,
we were like quiet. We thought somebody was beating on the wall.
No,
it's like, you know what? Even if it's like it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah.
But so we were like talking about this commercial you brought up for a cereal. Mm-hmm. And before this, right when we started the show, we thought the commercial was from the 80s. Turns out I think it's from the 90s.
Yeah.
But anyway, regardless, it kicked off this whole other thought about commercials from the 80s where they made a cereal out of almost any popular film, cartoon, anything at that time. Yeah. And we just went through on the internet just picking up all these commercials.
Yeah. Well,
now, what's that?
No, I was telling you that, I read an article where they were talking about cereals that failed. And, they had a link of all the videos. And there was one video that I've never seen and a cereal I've never heard of. Now, you said you mentioned it, but I must have forgotten because I would have easily asked you, I want to see that video right now. And it has to do with our one of our greatest heroes and icons, Urkel.
Yeah. No, I remember. Now, maybe it wasn't you I was talking to. I was talking to somebody on a podcast and mentioned that he had a cereal called Urkel O's.
Urkel O's, that's right.
And the reason why I remember Urkel O's because, okay, A friend of mine had a box of Urkel O's that I used to work with at this animation studio, and he had it on his desk all the time. He never opened it.
Right.
He was just happy to have Urkel. I even think he had an Urkel doll. Like he was fascinated with Urkel.
Oh yeah, it's like people have their Pee Wee Herman fascination.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you have an unopened box of Urkel O's or an Urkel doll still in his package, I think they're worth something.
Oh, I'm sure they are. Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
especially on eBay. Yeah, I mean, the craziest shit that you would have easily thrown away back in the day. No, that shit's worth money. I mean,
Yeah, no, for real, man.
even in these hard times, that shit's still worth money.
But you can hear that already.
People are starving, and they know they will not open up their fucking
and
box
they won't
of
open that
Urkel-O's.
box. Yeah, it could be the apocalypse. You either gonna eat your cat or
Yeah.
this box of cereal.
need that
Mr.
cat,
Jiggles,
yeah.
you gone.
Yeah.
Okay, it's so crazy. If you don't remember Urkel was a character on this show called Family Matters.
Right.
I think it was early 90s. It might have been 80s, but
No, it was early 90s. Yeah.
but Urkel, he was a character on this. He was a minor character on this show, and he slowly became like the main character.
Yeah.
Like Family Man is sitting on this cop and his kids, and the next door neighbor was this nerdy black kid named Urkel.
Yeah, who was obsessed with the
his
cop's daughter. Yeah.
Was his daughter played by Brandy? That singer Brandy?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, anyway, I forgot the real actor's name.
With the girl?
No, for Urkel, because the character's known.
Oh, yeah.
He's known as
Isn't it like
Steve Urkel is a character's name.
Okay.
Jolly White.
Jolly White? I was about to say Steve something, but I'm like, no.
No, and you know what that guy's doing now, Jolly White? First of all, he played another character on that show where he was like the smooth Urkel.
Yeah.
He was like a nutty professor type thing.
Yeah.
And I heard that Jolly White, a.k.a. Urkel, could really hoop, man. He could play ball. He could play
Yeah.
basketball really well.
Yeah.
But today, you know what he's doing?
What?
He is the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, no.
And they got a
shit.
video of him like laying it down, talking serious about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really?
It's actually kind of impressive because he's got a deeper voice, and he brings that Urkelness out to do Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I know this because on the call-in show we had a guy who was like obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog and would call up and asking serious questions about Sonic, and he would get mad when you wouldn't give him the answer that he wanted. Do you think a Sonic the Hedgehog movie would be cool to make now? Like, no. Well, why? You know, it's
Where do you live so I can put a pillow over your head and fucking
beat you with a fucking bag of oranges and
Yeah.
shit. But no, so yeah, Jolly White does Urkel, but Urkel, yeah, he became like the popular thing on. He was.
Oh no,
Family Matters after a while.
he became the show. He even had his own fucking dance song.
Like, oh yeah,
Like doing the Urkel or
doing the Urkel or something.
crazy
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
doing Urkel. But and I think they even somebody got pissed at him. Like the dad on the show was a cop. He was like this fat black dude who was a cop, but he was also the security guard from.
Oh, from Die Hard. Yeah.
Yeah, the same guy.
Yeah.
I think he got caught upset because like this asshole's coming in and stealing my thing. This is my show.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I'm not sure. I think that was a controversy.
Yeah.
But anyway, he became so popular that he spawned off his own merchandising. And one of those things was Urkel O's.
Yeah.
And you showed me the commercial, and the just him talking sounds crazy. You got to see the commercial.
Yeah.
But listen to this commercial, man.
Get ready to get Urkelized.
Wait, let me go back.
Yeah, rewind that.
Oh, Lord, my cat, I created something that'll make you love me. I got a great new cereal. Did I do that? So hang up your pants for the Urkel O's ran.
Hike up your pants for the Urkel O's. By the way, I hated this fucking man when I was a kid. I hated this guy. I hated the fuck out of him. And I hated that phrase. And I do that. And I do that. That was his big catchphrase. And I do that. I hated this motherfucker.
Hey, he's making money, all right?
It looks like a fucking home video movie of mine when I was a kid. No, everybody, hey.
Urkelized with Urkelos.
Oh, yeah. So watching that, man, I was just like, you know what? It's not unusual though. I mean, they talking about cereals that failed.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of times these cereals, they're there for as long as the character or the fad or
Right,
the movie
yeah.
is out or whatever.
Yeah,
You know, it's
something's
not-
popular. Yeah, they want to boost up the marketing by putting it in, making it into a breakfast cereal where they can run these commercials, during the day. Yeah.
And they often use the same recipes for some of these same cereals.
Oh yeah. You're right.
There's Captain Crunch is often used, like an offshoot of that is often used for some other cereals. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at some of the stuff they had back then, like things that you think would not make a good cereal because it makes you think of the nastiness that was in that movie.
Right.
Like, for example, here's one. See if you can guess what this is from the beginning. It's gonna tell you what it is, but see if you can guess this. Let me see if I can pull up the video here. Oh, I played and got to start over. I got the remix going on. Hungry. Okay, so see if you can figure out what this cereal is.
Hungry as a gremlin. Here's gremlin cereal.
Well, I guess I gave it away in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were gonna say gremlins in the first 2 seconds. Hungry as a gremlin, Corey.
We shouldn't let you do trivia, Corey.
I know. I'll get all that shit away.
Yeah.
See if you can figure this out. Gremlins.
Yeah.
They show Gizmos eating a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I thought like Gremlins would make a nasty cereal is because I'm thinking all green slime and shit
I'm
like that.
thinking about Spike and the shit he's putting in his mouth.
Yeah.
Or that chicken scene. It's like, Gremlins eat fucking raw chicken.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about Gremlins actually leaving gremlin turds in my cereal. Look, marshmallows.
Yeah.
And then you hear behind you.
I don't want no fucking gremlin touching your breakfast cereal.
Gremlin cereal.
Bite after bite.
What a tasty way to satisfy a gremlin appetite.
Gremlins is a deliciously sweet.
Damn, I guess Gremlins fuck with this. They're like, no kidding, people. The tape just stopped.
Yeah. Somebody's VHS copy.
Jr.,
The fuck?
Contestant number 1, he is 5 years of age.
What is this?
Contestant number 2.
What the fuck? We're in the middle of the Gremlins commercial. These fucking kids just popped up.
I think Spike made that commercial.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I don't know if that was done on purpose.
No, that looked like somebody's home video or at least VHS tape of a commercial that they caught by accident, and they had to put it on YouTube. But what they didn't know is the tape fucked up and managed to. They accidentally recorded over that commercial, like the last part of it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, they had like a talent contest for kids. They brought this little girl on, like she was drunk.
Yeah, some pedophiles tape putting shit up on fucking YouTube.
So he's like, oops.
Yeah. Whoa.
Didn't mean to show that.
Yeah.
Fucking 5-year-old and a fucking garter belt and shit. What the fuck is that? That ain't Gizmo.
Oh no, it's a whole talent show contest.
Yeah. But Gremlins. Now, if you look at that cereal, man, it's like they try to shape it like Gremlins, but it's just like little stars.
It's some bullshit. Like,
and that cereal right there for Gremlins was used for a lot of cereals, man. It's the same fucking cereal. They just put a different mold.
Yeah, I always think about that god awful cereal C-3POs.
Did you hate
No, that shit tasted like sandpaper.
I thought C-3POs was the best out of all of them, man.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, it's here. The excitement, the adventure of a new force at
The bullshit.
C-3POs.
What the fuck else you gonna call him, man? He's like, you on the box? What the?
Yeah.
We'll call him C-3PO.
Well, we sure aren't gonna call it R2D2s. Fuck you.
New C-3PO cereal from Kellogg's. Twin rings phase together. For 2 crunches in every 00.
It's they make it sound like because they say 2 rings. These so-called rings are fucking tiny.
Yeah.
And they think because they put 2 of these little tiny rings together, you get twice the crunch power of the galaxy.
Double the flavor.
It's like that shit is about as small as every other cereal out there. You're talking about 2 rings give you twice the crunch.
And all I'm thinking is like, what the fuck does that have to do with Star Wars?
Nothing. I guess it's almost like you eat. Okay, am I eating C-3PO's eyes?
Yeah.
Are these Princess Leia's buns? I don't.
All I'm thinking is like,
I didn't sound right. I mean Princess Leia's buns.
All I was thinking is like maybe it was like a failed cereal like Magic 8s or something. Like, well, fuck. For this. We got all that Magic 8s in the back. You want to use that for C-3PO? Sure.
I tell you what though, man, I love this cereal.
Really, you do?
Yes. When it was gone, I was like, why did they take it away?
That shit used to. It used to taste like sandpaper. I'm sorry.
A delicious delicious part of this nutritious breakfast. Now you can experience.
Damn, they showed C-3PO about to get like raped by an alien. You see that?
Well, it looked like the cowardly lion that was right next to him.
What the fuck was that? Look at
That's no
you gotta
Star
see
Wars
this
character
commercial.
I've ever seen.
Nutritious breakfast. Now you can experience the.
You see how C-3PO looking like it's
Yeah.
this alien stuck in like they're like in I don't know what do you call
They're
it?
the Blue Oyster Club.
They're like they sit in a car or something.
Yeah, they're somewhere.
And like in the back seat is this alien, like big old fuzzy alien with like a crazy face, and he's like he reaches over to C-3PO like, and C-3PO like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, get off me, man!
It's like he's about to do a reach around for
Yeah, hey man, what the fuck? Don't touch
What
me!
the fuck? He's
Get your hand
about,
off my ass!
he's about to get raped in that Star Wars cantina. What?
Yeah,
No wonder they don't like our kind. And
C-3PO about to get raped for his cereal.
yeah.
You see that alien's eyes too? He's like, he's looking at that smile. He looks like a robot file.
C-3PO is about to do his 00 himself. He gets raped.
Yeah, Muzzle's about to get all up in his old.
Kellogg's C-3PO. A crunchy new force at breakfast.
May the force be with you.
Jesus.
You can't say anything
No,
better than that.
I
I always end with the force. May the force be with you.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say may the force give you a good breakfast
Yeah.
or something like that. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
They wrote that shit out.
Yeah, you can
force be with you.
fucking sell toilet paper and say
You can't say that. Yeah. God, you can't say what they say right there. New force at breakfast and shit. And they got that shit all in slow motion.
We ought to write them a letter, Corey.
What the fuck is wrong?
The
with
fuck is wrong with your ad campaign?
Now we had those movies.
Yeah.
They didn't stop there.
Oh no.
They had this one. Take a listen to this one. Now I don't think they say anything to
Okay.
give this one away early. See if you can tell by the music what this is. Huh? Anybody out there? You sound familiar? Guess who's bringing cereal? Guess who's bringing breakfast?
The Thing.
Now you know what the music. You know that should give it away.
The Last Starfighter?
No.
E.T. brings his own favorite cereal.
E.T.
New E.T. cereal. Made with E.T.'s favorite.
And they don't have ET in it. They just got a rubber hand that comes in.
The flashlight finger.
Yeah, they show these kids eating breakfast. They don't ever show ET. They just show this hand on a stick coming into the scene, pointing at their cereal.
Actually, I'm sure like there's some outtakes of that like finger like poking out some kid's eye. Like, ah!
All up in the kid's nose and shit. Accidentally touching the kid's crotch. Hey, what the fuck, man?
He touched my special spot.
Hey, I need a grown up
Chocolate.
for breakfast.
Peanut butter. Shaped like E's and T's. New E.T. cereal. A glowing.
I'm telling you, that hand is on a stick. You see that? They don't ever show ET. They just show that fucking hand doesn't even move. It's all rubbery and shit.
Those fucking kids eating that cereal like it's like all hearty, like it's the greatest meal they've ever had.
Oh,
Like,
that's why I love these commercials. Like it's like the oldest kid that he's eating is like, God damn, ET cereal's a shit.
hearty.
God, fuck, man. I'm gonna fucking eat this alien right here.
Taste the taste.
Thank you.
Maybe E.T. fucking took a shit in a bowl. Those kids are eating. It's like
He don't even. Yeah, they don't even know it.
it. Yeah.
You know what's funny though, man, is that ET spent all this time in trouble trying to get off this fucking planet. And what does he do? He comes back to bring us just a bowl of cereal.
A bowl of his
A
shit.
bowl of cereal, like one box.
Yeah, you'd imagine, because when I think of E.T. cereal, I think of just a big ass box of Reese's Pieces. You just throw some milk in there, and there you go, E.T. cereal.
I think I picture these kids like eating this cereal and like getting some kind of alien germ or disease and sitting up there choking and shit after ET's gone. Fucking the government shows up. Where's the cereal?
And beat him over the head with that cereal box. You get like half has like E's and another half of T's that were from the Mr. T cereal. Bullshit thrown together. Put E.T.'s stamp of approval on that.
On this, god damn it. There was another one. I lost the page, but I'm gonna bring it back because it wasn't just movies.
Mm-hmm.
They and they still do this today. I'm sure with cereals. I know Barbie had a cereal today. Yeah, you know that. Yeah, it's
already making me mad.
Yeah, but
these dumbass kids, they'll buy anything.
Oh, here it is. They did stuff for toys and other cartoon shows. So it wasn't just movies. Like See if anybody remembers this one.
Oh.
Hey, Smurfs, let's surprise Papa with breakfast in bed. Yeah! Smurfberry Crunch is fun to eat. A Smurfy fruity breakfast treat.
By the way, Smurfberry Crunch. It's the Smurfs. Advertising Smurfberry Crunch.
Yeah.
By the way, Smurfberry Crunch tastes like shit. It
had
was too sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now that sounds like something a kid would love. If it's too sweet, the sweeter the better, Corey.
Oh,
The sweeter
man.
the berry. No, wait. How does that saying go?
You about to say the sweeter the berry, the blacker the juice? That's what you
Don't have to fuck that all up. Yeah, that's why I was asking you. Didn't your people come up with that?
The sweeter the berry, the blacker the man. But no, it was like crunch berries.
Mm-hmm.
But sweeter than crunch berries. It's
Yeah.
almost like cough medicine or something. It was like
no
just
shit.
way too sweet. You could taste the chemicals making that shit sweet.
I hate cows. It's very safe and crispy, juicy, very red and perfect.
Get the fuck up, Papa Smurf. We can't even eat breakfast.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's all favorite too, Papa Smurf. Smurfberry Crunch cereal, a very Smurfy part of this nutritious breakfast.
Get the Smurf out of here,
Get the-
you
yeah.
Smurfer.
The Smurf out of my Smurfing face with this Smurfing bull Smurf. Yeah, man. I just remember that song, Smurfberry Crunch is fun to eat.
When we were watching these,
Yeah, we kept singing it.
I know. I kept on going. Smurfberry Crunch is fun to eat.
That shit was nasty, man. I'm sorry. I hated Smurfberry Crunch.
Really?
My mom bought that for me twice. I finally had to tell her, like, I hate to break it to you, I don't like this shit. See, my mom was the kind of person.
But she knew you were passionate about the Smurfs, Corey.
My mom, my mom was cool when she was buying cereal for me as a kid, because a lot of people think she's the worst parent. That's what I'm telling you. All this shit about too much sugar and Ritalin and all that kind of shit. Fuck that, man. I'm fit, and I ate all kind of cereal, and I was never on any kind of Ritalin.
Right.
All right. I mean, there were times when I wish my mom, if she had it today, I'm sure she would have like given it to me back then.
There's times when I want to give it to you.
Yeah, I know sometimes. Same here. But no, back then, whenever she saw a new cereal with a new cartoon character on the box, she buy it. Didn't give a fuck what it was. She's like, I bet my baby like this. And she got it, and I'd lose my fucking mind eating that shit all day. There were times when she would be pissed because if it's a cereal that I loved, she had to watch me. Because if she like left the house and left me with that cereal, she'd come back, all that shit would be gone.
Gone, yeah. You just
I
ate a whole
eat that. I ate
2 weeks
I would-
month supply of cereal. In 5 minutes.
Yeah. Shit, I mean, seriously, the shit would be gone.
Yeah.
I eat a whole bowl of cereal. A whole box.
So she started to buy you Barbie cereals.
I eat that shit too. Eat the box. Eat everything. But here's my favorite right here, man.
Right.
I forgot that this dude had a commercial for it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Mr. T cereal from the cartoon Mr. T.
Yeah.
So it's not a real Mr. T coming out doing a commercial.
No.
It's an animated Mr. T with that fucking, because in the cartoon, you remember he was with why? Okay, this is what people force cartoons. Like they just force. They try to get these ideas and strike while the coal is hot. Somebody said, okay, we better make a Mr. T cartoon before nobody give a fuck about Mr. T anymore. Right. Real quick, we need Mr. T doing what?
Yeah.
I don't know, hanging out with a gymnastic team. That's good.
Yeah, there
all right.
you go. Yeah.
They're on a van traveling the country. I like that. What else we need? We need an animal in here. Talking animal something. He got a dog with a mohawk like him. Great. Production started right now.
Okay, so let's see what we have on the board here. Mr. T, a van, and a bunch of kids. Awesome.
Yeah. Gymnastics. Awesome.
Yeah. A grown-ass man hanging out in a van with a bunch of kids that do gymnastics. And a dog.
Makes no fucking sense at all. Mr. T should have been out fighting crime, which he was doing, but we should have done it without this fucking gymnastics team. It's like, why is he with a gymnastics team?
I know.
What is it about Mr. T to you that said gymnastics?
I never really thought about that, but that sounds fucking creepy as shit.
Yes.
Not Mr. T. He would never do that. He paid the fool that put him in that situation.
Yeah, you big fucking black man with a mohawk riding around with a young gymnastics team. What the fuck makes sense?
Now they
there?
got him selling cereal.
Yeah. Talking about, I eat my cereal.
I pay the fool that don't eat my
For
cereal.
Pee Wee Herman. This commercial pissed me off, by the way. I'll tell you why. I love that part. With a touch of brown sugar. That dude right there is saying, man, how would you like to be the guy that got hired to do this commercial and just, I mean, this guy was probably a singer, thought he was going to go off to make records and tour and
be on Motown records
all that kind of
down
shit.
the road.
And he's up here, Mr. D. Cereal is the dancing world with a touch of brown. I'm just singing his ass off. Oh, Mr. T. Can you listen to that?
Now, golden sweet great taste.
Golden sweet crispy teas.
The touch of brown sugar. Mr. T, and a bus full of kids. Yeah.
You can tell that dude probably got into it. They probably had to make him settle down. Oh, with a touch of brown sugar. Cut, man.
The producer had to run in and tackle him.
Yeah, just sing the fucking song, okay?
With a touch of brown sugar.
No, quit improvising. Just sing the song like we told you to. I am an artist. Not now, you ain't.
He's probably happy to be working with some real talent like Mr. T. He's
God
like,
damn it.
it's a Mr. T cereal. Mr. T, the Mr.
Shit.
T.
Oh, sign me on. Man, getting mad. I'm sorry, sir. I'm an artist. No, you a fucking cereal peddler right now is what you are.
I will sing my ass off for some Mr. T cereal with a touch of brown sugar.
Now, my problem with this commercial, testing, 1, 2. My problem with this commercial is that it's Mr. T. Now, they got Mr. T being, backdrop for this dude who's singing his ass off. Oh, cereal. And then all they do is have him come in and say, "You need to eat my cereal. It's cool.
It's cool."
It's like Mr. T would never do that.
No.
Mr. T would come in and say,
"Yeah,
I'm gonna take my cereal and shut up." Yes.
Yeah.
Nigga, go in backwards.
Yeah.
You better eat my cereal, rip your nuts off. Put it in through your penis cavity.
You got Mr. T. What else do you need? You don't need any fucking stingers. You get Mr. T to do his own goddamn commercial.
You don't even say fool.
Are you hungry for a hungry tea? How about that? Look at this, kids. You better eat it, fool.
I know.
Don't be. Get your butt out of the bed. Get your butt out of bed, kid.
They should have had the real Mr. T come in to breakfast, turn that table over, throw them pancakes away, put away them eggs, put away them bacon and eggs, put away them shells, put away that juice. You go eat my cereal right now. I'm gonna put it in a bowl for you. You can eat all of it. I'm gonna bring another bowl. You eat that too. You gonna be shitting Mr. T cereal before it's over with. And then I'm gonna take the shit and make you eat the Mr. T cereal shit.
Yeah. And then have Mr. T make you realize Mr. T's talking to the mother of the kids. Where the hell's that fool? Get him up. Get his butt out of bed. Butt out of bed. Hey, you fool.
Wake up, fool. We're gonna have a hearty breakfast. I just Mr. T cereal.
Grab him out of bed like half naked. What are you doing?
Hell.
Shut up, fool.
Yeah.
You're about to eat a balanced nutritional breakfast. All right. Eat your drink your vitamins. Eat your
stay on drugs.
Stay on drugs.
Milk.
Yeah. Eat your drugs.
Stay out of school.
Drink your school.
Keep on drugs. Stay out of school.
Damn. That's the commercial right there.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Can I have some juice? No, fool. You got some. You have a glass of Mr. T cereal. That's what you eat. I told you now. Be quiet. Eat cereal like I told you to. Shut your fucking mouth. But shut up.
Oh my god.
Even at dinner, they eating.
Yeah.
We had this for breakfast already. We gonna have for lunch and dinner too.
No time for steak dinner. Time for tea cereal.
We ain't got no meatloaf. We have tea loaf.
Nutritional part of the day.
With a side of tea casserole.
Yeah.
With a cup of Mr. T cereal. Are you leaving soon? No. Where's this Negro leaving? I heard that. What else?
With a touch of brown sugar.
You know, it'd be funny if that was Mr. T singing that shit.
Oh, yeah. Whole nother side of him. It's like Clark Kent and Superman.
What'd you say?
Again?
Well, just that's the side of Mr. T we never saw.
Yeah. Back in the day, I always wanted to be a singer.
That'll be the gentle side of Mr. T. Here's one more, man. Here's one more. I forgot they had this. I don't know if this one's gonna be as good though. Okay. But I didn't know. Did I ever see this commercial? I don't know. But it's another 80s cereal.
All right.
It's coming here. Did you hear that?
Oh shit! No.
With O's and goats.
No. O's and goats?
Oh, with O's and ghosts. Goats. Might as well be. There's a new cereal in your neighborhood.
Is that Ray Parker Jr.?
With O's and ghosts. I love that.
Who was the guy? That's who sang that song, right?
Ray Parker Jr.?
Yeah, Ray Parker Jr.
I don't think that's him though.
Marshmallow Ghost, fruit flavored O's. Ghostbusters taste great with milk and juice and toast. A nutritious breakfast.
Ain't even rhyming. That's the worst jingle I've ever heard.
I can only imagine Ray Parker Jr.'s like ears when he was listening to that shit and just going, "What the fuck did they do?"
Unless that was Ray Parker Jr. And just making that shit up.
Yeah, he did that
just
shit
looking at the table with toast and juice and jelly and syrup and eggs and sausage and waffles and pancakes and ghosts. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Yeah. Thanks a lot for doing that, Ray. Hangs up the phone.
Where's my check?
When's that check coming?
Wait, you to get my
calls up Mr. T. Hey, when'd you get your check?
I never did. I work for the cereal.
That's right.
Cereal's good enough. You should too.
They pay him in cereal. 3 years worth of food.
I got a year's supply. I got a garage full of this shit.
Come on, join me.
He just hangs up.
Part of nutritional dinner.
Never mind, Mr. T. I'll talk to you later.
For real, food.
Bust to the door. I told you to come over.
Fruit flavored O's. Marshmallow Ghost. What are you gonna crunch?
I thought the commercial was over. It was still going. We got it, man. It's O's and Ghost, okay?
They still got it.
Did I mention Ghost and O's?
In your cereal.
Somebody get him out of here.
You know, all that shit it's just going to tear your insides up.
They had Nintendo cereal. Did you know that?
That's right. They did have Nintendo cereal. What the fuck?
Here's Zelda 2. It's very good news. You just can't. Nintendo cereal system is a super part of this nutritious breakfast.
Wow.
Damn.
They had a Zelda and Mario cereal.
Nintendo cereal system? That's what they said? Oh,
it
my
said cereal
God.
system.
That sounds scary.
It sounds like the world's most complicated cereal.
No thanks. I'll stick with my Urkel O's.
Yeah. At least Urkel was simple, you know?
At least I know what I'll be shitting out.
Yeah, make it sound like you got to make your own cereal before you pour that shit out. You got to grow your own oats.
Yeah.
All right, damn. We can go on and on, man. They had a whole lot.
That was a lot of fun.
Man, that was. We can go on. We're going to stop there. They had, we're looking at things. They had a Pac-Man cereal. They had all kind of stuff.
Oh, fuck.
Man.
Well, now, though, all I know is I really want to get a box of Urkel O's, man. Now I want to eat that shit up.
Good luck. I bet you the Urkel.
Someone send that to me.
I bet you those Urkel O's were probably the same thing as that Gremlin cereal.
Hey,
That
fuck
shit
it.
just
I
keeps
just got to know. I'm sorry.
They got one recipe.
I got to know. Yeah.
I want a box of C-3POs. I remember C-3POs being good. I remember liking C-3POs.
We're going to get them fucking Urkel shits, eating all that crap. That C-3PO shits. God, what were we thinking?
I know. You're going to be looking like Urkel on the toilet.
No. I'm going to bang on the stall. This is all your fault, Corey.
Look down the toilet. You look at the toilet. Did I do that?
Did I do that?
I love that. I love the way you looked at me. You looked at me. You like, cereal system?
Yeah.
Are they serious?
Oh, shit. What the fuck is going on?
I'll tell you what's going on.
Rock!
Rocking and rolling.
Like the way you do it.
Have a rockin' and rollin' cereal.
Rock and roll. Yeah, with tasty Coast marshmallows. You would make a great cereal. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's like, fuck yeah, I would.
Host those, and I'll be rich. Yeah.
You know what they should have? Good shit beer cereal.
Fuck yeah.
little co-host in bottles and milk.
There you go. Float even in milk.
You got to pour beer into the cereal. Stays crunchy in beer.
In the commercial, you'll have beer pouring on me, and I'll be drowning.
It's the good shit.
Hey, motherfucker. Supposed to eat me, not drown me.
Oh, that's funny.
Nice.
Hey, man, let me see what we got
Email time.
It's email time. Let me see what we got here. Oh, my God. Welcome to Fuck Your Thoughts, by the way, people. The email segment of Let's Do This.
That's what it is. That's what it is, fool.
Hey, fuck your thoughts. I'm gonna give a damn what you thinking. That's right. Eat my cereal. Good shit, beer. No, good shit, beer. Good shit, beer, cereal. Good shit, beer. Good shit, beer. Cereal.
That's the sequel. Yeah.
All right, let's see what my man Silva has to say.
Yes.
Silva says, fuck my thought like the bitch it is, then never call it again. Now, I'll call back if it's good. I'll call back one more time. Right. But just one more time. He says, I'm 17 years old and recently saw the movie Kids. I found it incredibly disturbing and realistic as it is much like my life. But no, he didn't say it.
I was about to say, whoa. Damn.
But at the same time, I loved it and thought it was one of the most important movies ever made. I think all teenagers should watch it because no one seems to take sex and AIDS seriously. My question for you and co-host is, have you ever seen a film you thought was incredibly disturbing, but you still recommend it to people because you thought it had to be seen? A film such as Serbian Film?
Yeah, did I?
No, he's joking.
I was about to say.
He said right now. He didn't even say, "Calm down."
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. He's telling you right now.
Yeah. Did I get
down.
so crazy that I actually recommended that film? You made it sound so cool, co-host.
And it comes from Adrian Silva. He says, "Your fan, keep up the great work you've done, you guys." All right.
All right. Yeah, I do have an answer for that.
Go ahead. I wonder if it's the same answer as mine. I will tell you if it is.
Cannibal Holocaust.
No, it's not. But that could be.
It is one of those movies where you're like, there's always a disclaimer. I carry on me when I recommend that movie. It's like, yeah, it's not for everyone, but like certain people like you, I'd say, man, that movie Cannibal Holocaust, it's fucked up. You should probably check it out, but be warned, it's fucked up. You know.
Yeah, I have the
only because you know the place it holds in cinema as far as just that film that will really fuck your shit up.
Yeah, that movie disturbed me. That movie made me angry, man. Mm-hmm. That movie because they kill animals in the film,
right?
And I don't know, man. I know slaughterhouses are are places where they kill animals in really horrible ways. I know that animals die all the time, and they have to die to sustain humans and whatnot. It's just something about killing animals and filming it just for the sake of entertainment, putting them, for no other use at all, that really just bothers me. And in that movie, they kill like a baby possum. They kill like a turtle. They rip that turtle apart.
Yeah. Well, see, I was wondering too, which I never read about it, but I was assuming like when I was watching those scenes, I was hoping, you know what, maybe they're just filming these people tearing this turtle apart, maybe only to eat it, Where I'm like, all right, if you're gonna film something like that, if it's the people who are around, whoever, whatever tribe that was that they were around, even if it was a real tribe, maybe. And I was thinking just to justify me watching it, I was like, maybe they're just doing this because this is how they prepare their food and whatever. They just happen to be filming it, so they incorporate it in the movie, so it's shocking. But yeah, with that scene, I couldn't tell if they were shooting it for the sake of just being gory. And if that was the case, I really wasn't crazy about that either, because I don't give a shit to see real, animals getting killed. That's just fucked up. But it kind of took me off guard because I wasn't really expecting to see that, because it happens so quick when it does happen. When you do see it, you're kind of like, oh, I wish I never saw that, at least that scene.
Yeah. I totally agree with you there.
But yeah, I remember though. Yeah, back when that movie was out, it was one of those films where like, okay, have you seen Cannibal Holocaust? And, people would go, no. It's like, okay, if you're like into Texas Chainsaw Massacre and just if you're into cinema, maybe you should see this because it's on everyone's list of movies you kind of have to see, but these days not so much. I mean,
I guess mine. I did not hear what you're saying. I agree.
yeah.
Let's see. I guess mine would be Irreversible.
I was about to say Irreversible.
That's why I thought you were going to take that
I was
answer.
about to, but I was like, Irreversible is that would be just, I don't know. I like the fact that the way they shot that movie. I found that to be very creative.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's some really disturbing scenes in there that it's hard to recommend that.
Well,
to
it's
somebody,
it's a well-made movie, and they are trying to say something.
Right, there's a message in there.
And the message is about revenge, and to kind of show you how. And I see what they're doing. They're trying to show you one horrible act that would make you so crazy and insane that you would probably go out and do something just as horrible
as
yourself.
Vicious, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's one of those rare movies where when I saw it, I was like, man, that's unnecessary. And to a certain extent, maybe I still feel that way, but I see what they were trying to do.
Right.
And so, and it wasn't just to shock. So there's a 9-minute rape scene in the movie. I think 9 minutes is too long. You can get it. I mean, 5 minutes is too long for a rape scene.
It was brutal. Yeah.
And then there's a really gruesome killing in the movie, and
you see that at the beginning.
And it's at the beginning.
The story's all told. It's backwards.
And so when you see all this, man, you just kind of like, shit. By the end of that movie, I just want to curl up and just cry and die. But
people were trying to compare like what Serbian film was. They're using Irreversible as like, oh, it's kind of like a Irreversible. I was like, no, it's not.
No. Well, I haven't seen the Serbian film, but you just saw me describing why they do the things they do in this movie, Irreversible. Serbian film. I was looking at the trailer. Look, don't look at me. I haven't even seen the movie. So, let's see. Here's a question from Hans Gutman. Says, oh, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Oh, never mind.
You got
it. Says nothing.
Okay. You think I'm going to lose my mind because look, this is what he says. Fuck my thoughts with the fuck machine. So obviously he can spell in English.
Right.
Okay, you think I don't want to read this because it's a long ass email?
Right.
No, look closer. It's written in fucking German or something. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if this is a joke or what, but
it's probably
pass that up. No, you even spend any time on it. Oh, let's see here. Let's move on to. Tell you what. Let's move on to my man here, who was trying to figure out what a certain movie was.
All right.
Okay, this is from Dominic Longo, and Dominic says. Let me see. I'm trying to find out where I could where I can start describing the film.
All right.
Here's the description of the film that he wants to find out about. Okay, so this scene has this old dad guy who has rebuilt his dead son as a robot with a bunch of junk. The kid, his wires and circuit boards sticking out of him, and he is in a wheelchair. Then these guys come to take the kid away, saying the technology the dad used to make him was theirs. And then the kid starts freaking out when he tells his dad that it was his fault for him and his mother dying in some car crash. Now, here's what he says to continue here. Now, I've tried looking for this film only from the stuff that's in this scene, which is the only scene I saw of the film as a kid, and I get effing Astro Boy crap every time I look for it. So can you tell me what it is? Does it sound familiar?
Yeah, I'm trying really hard, but no.
And I'm paraphrasing a lot of what he says.
Okay, I don't know. I've never heard of any storyline dealing with a kid in a wheelchair being put together like a robot. No.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. Maybe if he had like a certain year when it came out, maybe that would help too. But
there was.
I can't think of anything.
I can think. I can see what effing. I was going to say effing Astro Boy. I can see what Astro Boy comes up. Oh man, I don't know. Now, was this a theatrical release or was this a TV movie? Because a long time ago on the Disney Channel, they had this guy named Jay Underwood, who was played in a movie. And if I got the name right, let me look up the name here. I think Jay Underwood was the guy who played the Human Torch in the Roger Corman
Oh, and the Roger
Fantastic
Corman.
Four.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was in another movie a long time ago called The Boy Who Could Fly.
Whenever I hear something like that, though, like that description, it always makes me think that maybe somebody saw it. If they saw it on TV, maybe it was like from an anthology series, like Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Dark Side, or like there's a show called Monsters that used to have like episodes like crazy shit like what this guy's describing. But yeah, as far as a movie is concerned, no.
Oh, that's what I'm wondering. I wonder if it was like something that was dark and sinister, or if it was like some sort of family thing, because
or like Amazing Stories or something.
Some
like
Amazing
that.
Stories. The movie I'm thinking of was a Disney Channel movie called Not Quite Human.
Oh, okay.
Where they built this kid, but I don't know. I don't know. That could be anything. If this sounds familiar to anybody,
help this guy out.
Yeah, help me out, because he cursed me. He put it in my fucking head, and now I can't.
I know, right? I hate that shit, man. When that happens, you're like, eh.
Yeah, I was fine.
Yeah, I know I was fine until you fucking had to bother me with that shit. now I got to go fucking. The hunt is on. I don't want to go on this expedition.
Let's see here. This one's from Crosshair. They say, "How about a quickie thought fucking after a prostate exam?"
Oh,
ooh, that sounds good.
Ain't nothing wrong with
you. Hey, you sweetening the deal. I like that. Oh, let's see.
Wow, he wasn't kidding. It was like one sentence, right?
I know. That's what I like. Now he knows.
What's your favorite movie?
Get in that. Oh, so quick, I forgot. I was wondering what your opinion of the new MIA video, Born Free. He doesn't say is or anything. Like, he just said, I wonder what your opinion on the new MIA video, Born Free. Do you think it goes too far? Thanks, and keep up the great work. Have not seen the new MIA video, so I don't know.
Neither have I.
And I'm not going to watch it right now.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
Yeah.
Does it go too far? Oh no. It's not.
What
it's not another
in
Serbian film, is it?
And the thing is, I would actually watch it.
I'm
but,
curious.
You know, well, fuck it. Maybe
let's fucking watch
let's stop. Let's stop and watch it then. And you know what? We'll come right back. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Damn.
I had no idea we were, getting ready for a crazy feature.
I know. That's when he said video, I thought he meant like about 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute video. That shit was almost 10 minutes long.
I know. It was fucking crazy.
And I would say it was a nice break, but goddamn, thanks for ruining our night.
Yeah.
No, it was actually, it was impressive. When you say she goes too far, like in what sense does he mean? I don't.
As far as just like, the acts of violence in that video, which, that I know when you were on the phone for a second, I don't know, I guess you saw the kid getting.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where I was like, where I saw that and I was just like, oh shit. That's where it really starts for me, where I'm like, okay. And when they have the scene with them running through that just
the minefield.
Yeah. It's a minefield. And then I thought, oh, they're doing Rambo. So
yeah, no, I mean, in the video, I guess we should describe it to people.
Yeah.
MIA, people probably know MIA most here in this country most fondly from, they know it the most from
the Pineapple Express.
What's it called? Paper Planes?
Yeah, Paper Planes, which was
Pineapple Express.
The Pineapple Express trailer.
You know where they got the sample for that song from?
Huh?
You know they got the sample from that song?
No.
They took it from a song from The Clash.
Oh, yeah.
In Hell, I think it was called. Go to Hell,
that makes sense.
Down in Hell, something like that.
Okay.
Listen to the song. You'll be listening to it and you'll be saying, this is in Paper Planes. This is a sample for that, and then they'll get to that part, and you'll be like, oh, all right, that is it. Yeah, I think it's called Straight to Hell is what the song is called. But anyway, from The Clash. But anyway, this video is sort of like a really industrial techno song, and it shows these, I guess they're American soldiers because they have American flags on their uniforms.
Yeah, it shows American soldiers going into a building and they're doing a raid. You don't know why.
Yeah.
But the building doesn't look like it was shot in America at all. I mean, it looks like it was shot in Germany.
Well, that's a funny thing. It looks like a Middle Eastern city.
Yeah.
But then you go in and it looks like it's a white couple.
Yeah.
And then they go in and they ignore this couple. It's like this older couple and they're fat.
Yeah.
And they're about to have sex.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it looked like it was shot in Germany
or something.
Yeah. The way the building looked and
But then they go and they round up. You don't know what they're going for, but they go in and get this kid. And this kid has red hair, and you wonder what's so unusual about this kid. Is this some kind of Irish IRA thing or something? But anyway, they pull the kid out and they put him on a bus with all these other kids with red hair.
Yeah, all these gingers. Yeah.
And so they're and they're rounding up red hair people. They go by a wall with some art on it with these figures with red hair saying we will have our day.
It's revolution.
Revolution. Yeah, people, redhead kids are throwing rocks at the bus and then I want to ruin it for anybody, but they're going to like torture and do other things to these kids, and
it's like they're pulling a Rambo on them. Like, yeah, they're putting them out in a minefield, and it just plays out. But there's no real point. You're not really told why. It's going on. Besides that, these redheads are discriminated against, I guess,
for some
and
reason,
are being treated like dogs. Yeah.
And the only thing I can think of is that her point for this, I haven't done any research on the video. We just saw it.
Yeah, we just saw it, and I can't even make out the lyrics to what she's singing.
She's saying "born free" every now and then, but that's it. I got something to say.
Her vocals are distorted throughout the song.
And I can see this being like for those rave kids or kids who just go out there and do trance dancing and shit. This could be like a hit for them. But
do they even do that anymore?
Yeah. People just go places and they just
dancing.
Oh yeah, man. When I was at Coachella, I saw Orbital and people just fucking losing.
Okay.
But
live and well.
Yeah. I don't know if it's well, but it was a lot. But so I think the point she's trying to make is like, what if we show like these horrors of governmental control through the eyes of something else other than brown people or Middle Eastern people or Muslim people or Indian people or anything like that. Places where we associate this kind of violence, where we see anything other than Americans or white people. So we see Americans going in and rounding up white people, and I guess to make that point of discrimination, they all have red hair. And it's meant to show you like, okay, what does it feel like when it's used with an image that we don't normally see? Right. Does it drive it home more for some people? Does it make it more horrifying? That's the only thing I think of.
I can sort of see that, but at the same time, it's funny. I was talking to a girl from London. She's a redhead, and she started telling me how a lot of redheads are discriminated against in Europe. So I'm like,
I hope not like this.
No. I know, but that would be headline news. But no, for a second I was like, is there something else going on with these redheads that I just don't know about? I'm just, as an American, I'm unaware of. But no, and that probably doesn't mean anything. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. And I'm curious I'd be real curious to see like what at least the girl.
MIA?
Is that I guess it's Mia, but is that her name, right?
Yeah, it's MIA.
Okay.
I don't know what it stands for. I
don't know if it's like an acronym for something or if it's just her name. I can never get that.
I know
it's not Mia.
Her name her first name begins with an M and her last name begins with an A. So
okay. She
probably, and it's kind of crazy to say if you're not from a country. So maybe she shortened it down to MIA, and she is British. I'm reading about her, and these are things I want to like check on because I heard that she was like a lot of things. Like she was a fashion designer, and of course, she does a little, I guess, hip hop / rap.
Right.
We've heard her music before, and now she's doing this kind of music. I mean, apparently she does a lot of things.
It sounds really cool. I'm actually, after watching that video, now I'm really fascinated by her group. I actually bought the last album that she did, which is what.
Is that the one with Galang on it?
Kayla. Well,
I'm not gonna even try to do it. But it was,
I don't know what that is.
It was a song called Galang, and a lot of people knew it. It was using some commercials. It was using some car commercials, and that's where I first heard of her. Okay. I think she
maybe it was their first album, because I think Kayla is probably like their second album.
Well, that song became popular. Really?
You can see
I'll go down to the discography. Yeah, her song Galang was used. I think it was Galang was used on a lot of commercials. Well, at least I knew it from a car commercial, I think, and it got popular because there were a lot of other people putting it on the internet and file sharing and whatnot. And let me see.
Well, obviously they can pump out some hits that end up being commercialized, especially Paper Planes. But
it looks like her first album was something called Annular. Came out in 2005. Kayla was 2007.
Okay, yeah, Kayla's the one I have. But no, I mean, it's a great group. And listening to that song, I'm like, wow, okay, that's a bit of a stretch from their last album because it does sound so industrialized. It reminds me sort of like a Prodigy type deal.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? When I looked at this, when the music came on, first of all, I don't think she goes too far. Okay, I mean, I saw the video. I don't see anything offensive in it, unless you just take offense to the.
Well, just if you're offended by just violence for the sake of violence,
if you want to listen to
I can see that angle, but no,
it's not. But it's not really a music video. It's a short film,
right,
with her music in it, and she's if you're offended by the American flag on the soldiers who are torturing people, well, she's Sri Lankan, or she's British, but her parents are Sri Lankan, you know.
Okay.
She's British from Sri Lankan origins with her parents, so she's not even American. So different point of view from her. She can do whatever she wants.
Who knows?
I mean,
a lot of the times too, these videos just get made. The bands usually have nothing to do with them. So
I think I think for a video like this, she had to, because
I'm sure she probably approved it or approved the director. But.
Well, yeah, because I don't know how it is over. I'm sure it's the same way. When bands in America get a budget, and with that budget, they have to go out and pay for their promotion. They pay for their videos. That's why a lot of times, if you go over, a record company will say, "Oh, wait a minute! You know what? You went over your budget. You owe us this much money."
Oh yeah, no, I know a band who that happened to.
Really? Okay, so this is a lot of times bands choose the video that they want to make, and so I'm sure she wanted to do this. This is and again, it's one of those things we're talking about. This isn't a run-of-the-mill video. She made a short film. She made it as bold as she wanted to. It's very violent. I'm sure it's going to be controversial.
It already is. Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. What are we talking about? Yeah. So I have nothing against the video itself from first looking at it. I admire it, actually. I think it's better than watching some video where she's fucking dancing around.
Yeah.
All I
thought was like, wow, they're still trying to make, these actual feature-like shorts for these videos. That's great. I haven't seen anything like that in the longest time.
Well, speaking of which, the reason why I was bringing the reason why I'm glad you brought up Prodigy is because I was going to bring it up too, because looking at that, it reminded me, with the music, it reminded me of Smack My Bitch Up.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought about when we were watching it.
Didn't you think of that?
I was like, I even thought maybe this is the same director. I mean,
I forgot the director's name. Is some Garza or something like that.
I don't know the director's name either.
But
it had that feel. It definitely had that feel. Yeah. But no, it's a great video. I mean, shit. Yeah, there's some shocking, there's some shocking violence in it. But I saw Rambo. I can handle that. I'm fine.
Yeah. I have nothing that I think is it doesn't offend me. I admire the video. Earlier today, we were talking about how people just do the same thing that's safe.
Yeah.
And this is something that she did apparently out of wanting to do a message or some sort of artistic expression of both.
For a group like that, I was thinking is like, wow, this is something completely out of the box, at least for a group like them to do. And that is something to be admired. And
now is it a group, or I think MIA is just an individual, isn't she?
Well, there's somebody making the music. I know she's not really making the music, so I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. I always thought she was an individual. I mean,
like I said, I bought the CD. I loved it. I didn't have time to go look, see who produced it, who's in it.
I'm not surprised.
But now I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious if she has somebody that creates, all those samples and beats and stuff. But and if it's her doing it, well, shit, she's like the Trenton Reznor of what she's doing.
I don't know. You could even say she's like a weird chick or something. She's an artist. She considers herself to be an artist too, all types. So I mean, that doesn't surprise me with her. I do. No, I admire that video. I think. I think that
cool.
video has more substance than any Lady Gaga video that has been made. All right, so
you watch Lady Gaga videos.
Who has not seen a Lady Gaga video once? You will.
I always catch him by accident.
See, that's what happened to me. I was turning the channel, and I got to admit, she's got a body. I was turning the channel, and they were taking it was like in a prison, and they were taking pictures of this girl in prison. It was like contorting herself and sticking her ass and everything. I was like, oh man, that chick is hot. And then I was like, wait a minute, is that who Gaga, you got me again?
Wait, is that video with what's that fucking Beyonce?
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, somebody did show me that.
You know what?
Because I thought somebody's gonna get nude in that. And
so you look at you, I don't watch the
opposite, and I was like, what the fuck?
See, she's got everybody.
This means this video has no substance.
Can I ask you something?
Complete opposite of what Maya did.
Okay, so you saw the video.
Yeah, I did.
Is she not? Is it just me? Is she doing this on purpose, or is she the worst actor you've ever seen?
Yeah, she's the worst actor I've ever seen.
There's a scene she's looking at Beyonce and she's like, she's talking to her. I don't remember the line. She's like, girl, we've got to go all the way. And she's just staring. I was like, is this a robot?
I know. I've seen better acting in trauma films. But yeah, I was like, is this... Well, I thought maybe this is like a joke. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't need to get it because I don't care. But no, I wasn't impressed. And they were making a big stink about that too. That's why somebody showed. He's like, oh, you gotta watch this. It's like... It's supposed to be like crazy. And, yeah, it's crazy. I just don't give a shit. Now you got to get the fuck out of my place for showing me that.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, we can never talk again.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Killer Clown from Outer Space says, fuck my thoughts very, very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a movie that you thought didn't have special effects and then after a while you were surprised by the use of special effects? When I saw Gorillas in the Mist, I thought the gorillas were real. Then I saw a very short documentary on how Rick Baker made fake gorilla suits and people could act like real gorillas in them.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
There's
You telling me those gorillas weren't real?
No, I guess not.
God damn it, fooled again. Damn you, Hollywood!
Your life just come crashing down in front of you. Let's see. There was a movie a long time ago. Man, what was it called? It was a movie that Lucasfilm came in and produced. It was Manhattan Love Story. I can't remember the name of it. The movie didn't do all that well. It was either it was a gangster movie, either set in Chicago or Manhattan, and a lot of the buildings were CG at the time.
Oh yeah.
And so they recreated like that era, like I guess 30s, 40s era of whatever that city was with CG. And this was at a time when George Lucas was experimenting with CG for the upcoming prequels and trying to create environments and whatnot. And I didn't know that those were fake.
Oh no shit!
Until I saw a documentary like this guy said about it. So
yeah, there's a I don't even know that. I can't even remember the damn name of it. I'm trying to think of it right now, but I just remember seeing. It's one of those movies that you watch, and then you catch like a behind the scenes, and then you realize a good like 80% of it was like all CG, and you just had no fucking clue. I'm trying to remember the name of that movie right now, but that's. I mean, there's like 10 movies you could probably point out. But there's one movie specific. I can't remember. I'm not going to try. But movies are impressive.
Yeah, I will tell you, I have seen some dramas and period pieces where they were very subtle, very very slow, and they just didn't seem like movies that they would use special effects in.
Right.
And you find out that in some parts they use special effects, like this movie I was talking about, to recreate that era.
Yeah.
So. That's the only one, and I can't even think of the name of this movie, but I wish I could. But anyway, damn, what the hell is going on here?
Oh,
let's see what we got. We'll read one more.
All right.
Tell you what, my man, Babaloo Jack.
Babaloo Jack.
You know Babaloo Jack?
Hell, fuck yeah.
Yeah, for old time's sake, we'll read it. Yeah, this guy's
an old
good.
friend of ours.
Yeah, I love.
Been around the site forever.
He says, "Is there a film you're ashamed to say you have never seen? Also, is there going to be any more Black Wonder shorts or similar sketches on the site? I am trying to get together a Black Wonder short."
You're trying to do your Saturday morning cartoon?
Saturday cartoon? No, I'm trying to. I had one that I want to do, and I mean, right now things are crazy. It's just hard to get anything new like that started that is work intensive. But after we're preparing so much art for the Spill.com that it's just.
Yeah, we're already doing like an overhaul on.
Yeah, we're overhauling the characters. We're all getting facelifts.
Yeah.
Except for you.
Except for me.
We'll take you into the shop and get you some.
I want blue flames, damn it. That's what I want, Corey.
I really do think flames would suit you. I'm thinking about putting some on you.
Okay.
And give you some ground effects and hydraulics.
Nice. Can you make me look like one of those light cycles from Tron? That would be badass.
That would be badass. That would be very. But no.
No, we'll keep you the same.
Yeah, so you know what? I've been wanting to do like one of those shorts for a while and have the co-host do one with me.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
and I had and there was one that I was preparing. I had Leon was going to get some stuff together, carry my bags, whatever.
I was like, you're depending on Leon for something? Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm depending on him to let me see his teeth when I'm playing laser tag.
Lead the way.
How do you keep shooting me?
Yeah.
I don't know, brother, but keep smiling. Oh, man. So he says, I already read this, but I'll read it again. Is there any film you're ashamed to say you have never seen? Yeah.
I don't know about ashamed.
I mean, yeah, I don't feel ashamed.
Films don't mean that much to me. Shit.
There's some that I think that I should get up to the mic. There's some that I think that I should see that I haven't seen. There's a lot, but
there's a lot of classic films that like Casablanca and fucking 12 Angry Men, like the original versions of like something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of film noirs that I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen, like the great ones. I mean, a lot of them.
I know there's some, but I can't think of any right now. So, but ashamed to answer your question, no. No, but there's a lot of movies I think I should catch up on.
There's a couple of Kurosawa films I wish I could have seen.
I'm trying to think of like some of the pop culture movies that people are talking about, like big ones that are just, they are quoted all the time. And I know one. I know one. I have never seen Network. That's the one where I forgot the actor's name.
It's about the news channel. Michael Douglas is in it, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, that's where the line comes from. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay. Yeah, but it's like it was a 70s film, right?
Yes. Okay. And I've never seen it.
Okay. Yeah. Check to see who's in.
Yeah. 76. Sidney Lumet.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think who was in it. William Holden. I wonder if that's him that said that. Faye Dunaway's in it.
Faye Dunaway. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah,
that I have seen. Yes.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed.
I think William Holden. I think is the guy who was leading the Wild Bunch. You remember that real violent? Western, that Sam Peckinpah movie.
I love that movie. That's actually my favorite Sam Peckinpah film.
Yeah.
And there's a few of his films that I haven't seen. So. Yeah, I'm ashamed.
That was William Holden that was leading the group in the Wild Bunch. One of the most violent westerns I've ever seen. It's crazy and violent to me, and I love it. But William Holden, man, he was sort of like a romantic leading guy back in his day. You see him when he's all gruff and everything older. You're like, man, this guy, he was leading man. But I think he was in the. I can't. Hold on, let me get into it. So my mouth is getting dry.
I know we're spent.
I know. At this point, we're done.
Yeah, we are done.
How long have we been talking?
We've been done. We need to get Urkelized, Corey. We need to find some Urkelos.
People enjoy this because as things get busy, we might not be going that long. We just happen to start early today, and we could. Yeah, you know how we do. Sometimes we just don't stop.
I know this is like a rare week where there's not too much going on.
Yeah, and I still have some stuff to do tonight. Yeah, so I don't know how long this is because usually I'm trying to keep them down to like 2.5 hours, but today I just said fuck it, whatever. We had a lot of stuff. Yeah, we were hanging out having fun. I always say that, and I just don't stop.
Fuck it, don't worry. I'm the same way. I ain't telling
because I don't get tired.
I ain't telling you. I'm not sitting here telling you, hey, we got about 20 minutes to go and I'm done. Come on.
Yeah, no, I know. That's the thing. We just sit here and we just keep going.
Good time.
I am too. I almost stopped and went to go get some beer, but you know why I didn't?
Yeah, because we'll be here another fucking 8 hours. Yeah.
I know. I said, man, I was gonna take a break.
I like you, Corey, but shit.
If we got that beer, we'd be here till what time is it? That's 10. We would have been here till midnight, 12:30, on and on, break of dawn. All right, people.
All right, you sons of bitches.
We'll talk to you later. Good night.
Out of here. I'm going.
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper!